emailed you back, Andrew. I'm sorry. I am 2 minutes late because I was on the phone with a friend and eating pizza. Okay. Um, my eyes are blurry. I just put some eye drops in and they haven't like settled into place yet. Hi guys. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to see this at all. Oh, you're not complaining? You thought I wasn't going live again? I wasn't. Hi Jen. Hi Nicole. I wasn't gonna go live again, but I saw Dave's video that he posted and I just had to talk about this. Like I had to talk about it. I actually watched it on my way back from the gym and I posted about it on the community tab. Not sure if you guys got notifications for it. But if you didn't see it, Dave did an interview, guys. Now y'all know I'm kind of like into Hi Teddy, I'm kind of into the whole like what's going on with the Trap House Retta situation. And Teddy, I posted on the community tab. I'm so sorry I did not thank you for your cash app earlier during the stream. Thank you for that. Coffee, yay, Dunkin' Latte. Um, but y'all know I'm fascinated by the Trap House Retta. And Dave did a video. I'm not gonna react to it. I just want to talk about the topic. Um, Dave did a video. Let's see. He did an interview. I'm sorry. He did an interview with a gentleman that lost 130 pounds on Retta. And it says Retta True Tide gave Ben his life back using a research grade. Okay. You paid your fee. Well, thank you. I'm gonna be drinking some extra Dunkin' lattes this week, and it's not my fault. I don't know. It's not my fault. I'm working on it, guys. So this was the video that Dave did. This was the interview. And basically it's about a gentleman that had to get a dire surgery, right? He needed to get a knee replacement. And don't forget to like the stream, guys. Double tap to like, or you can hit the like button. But he had to get a very, very important knee surgery. He had to get a whole knee replacement. But he was not at the right BMI for surgery. He was 400 and something pounds. And his doctors wanted him to lose weight before getting the surgery. And his doctor recommended a GLP-1. Well, his insurance wouldn't improve any of it. Maybe he wasn't a type 2 diabetic. Maybe that's why. But his insurance wouldn't prove any of it. He could not afford to do out of pocket pay for Zepbound brand or Wegovy pills, or which I'm not sure the Wegovy pills would be that effective, or compound. He couldn't afford to pay out of pocket for that. So he decided that he had to make a choice, right? To either not get the surgery or find, another means to getting the weight off. And he decided to do his research and go with gray market Retta. Now, hear me out, guys, because I know how we feel about this. And I'm not going to lie, I speak from a point of ignorance. I'm not going to lie. I don't know anything about the Retta trials. I don't know anything about gray market peptides. I don't know what the dangers are. All I know is if something says not for human use, I ain't using it. Like I know that there are plenty of things out there that we take like supplements that are not FDA approved. Okay. So that's not even like the necessarily the biggest deal. But when it comes to this in particular, there is always a question of like how do you know what you're getting? And long story short is the way that he goes about it. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on his story and then we'll get into what we think about this. So, the way that he went about it, he did his research to figure out where to get them from, how to use it. Retta comes in a powder form. You have to mix it yourself. And what he would do is, after he did his research, he ordered his Retta, well, gray market Retta, to be clear, he ordered his gray, and then he would send it off, send a vial off for third-party testing, and then they would send him back the results with the level of purity of, like, they would send him the results basically saying like, yes, this is 99.99% or 99.6% or whatever Reta. So I have no idea how that works. Apparently that was good enough for him. But here's the thing. This is why I wanted to talk about this. And mind you, he lost 130 pounds. So he was within the proper BMI to get his surgery, right? So for this individual in particular, obviously nobody knows what the, potential long-term effects are going to be. But so far, he has changed his life. So, I mean, y'all pretty much know how I feel, but like I said, that comes from a standpoint of ignorance. Like I'm not ashamed of that. I just think that it comes out of a trap house. But that's because I really don't know. And when I was listening to his story, I'm like, okay, maybe I need to have more of an open mind as far as other people's experiences. Now, I do have a bit of a bias against the gray market. One, because I don't know enough about it. Two, I just don't really understand how we get from, like, I don't understand how humans can buy not for human consumption peptides. I don't understand how that's possible. Now, this is aside, like, I'm not judging him for his decision or anything like that. That was the one thing that I learned from the video. He came off very sincere. He didn't come off like he was trying to hop on a wave or just trying to get, overnight results, even though he virtually did get overnight results. He came off very sincere and genuine, and basically it just came down to he had a decision to make and he made it. And so far it has worked out for him. But my thing is like he didn't come off as being irresponsible, I guess is my point. And the question I asked when I posted it in the community is like I'm trying, guys, okay? I'm very judgmental, but I'm trying to have an open mind and explore some nuance here. All right. Let me go ahead and adjust the chat so y'all don't gotta work hard. Hold on. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. Alrighty then. Hi, Paul. How you doing? So, hi, Sunshine. Did I miss anybody? Okay. So, Shonda. No, sidebar, guys. Shonda, sidebar, y'all. I can't take y'all nowhere. Okay. And Shonda is the proof of it. Shonda, why was you acting up in them comments after that stream? Okay. I cannot take y'all nowhere. Y'all gonna be scaring people away from the channel, child. Y'all. And I was just giving y'all praise, saying that y'all was on y'all best behavior during that live stream. Shonda was cutting up. 5 minutes after the stream was over, I'm sitting there like, oh my God, I cannot take them nowhere. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I cannot take them anywhere. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why are y'all this way? Why are y'all this way? If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, it really wasn't that huge of a deal, but it was. Like, it was like, Shonda, what did I say? I said act right while we got company, okay? I told y'all to act right while we got company. And Shonda was showing her narrow ass in them comments, okay? She was. So when y'all get a chance, y'all go back and look. But not right now. Now while church is in session, okay? So here's the thing, right? Okay. So now we have to talk about risk versus reward. Just like with Zepbound, just like with any other GLP-1, but of course with caveats, right? I'm trying to open my mind, okay? I'm trying to open my mind and be inclusive to things that I don't understand, because maybe somebody can help me understand. And because y'all are just like me, y'all are judgmental, so y'all might not even be able to help me understand. But I guess the point is like, okay, you got a man that's 400 plus pounds, or a patient, right? You got a patient that's 400 plus pounds and cannot get a life altering surgery because they are overweight. Well, because they're obese, right? Could it potentially be worth the risk in that scenario? Like, okay, here's the question, right? Here's the question. Do y'all believe there's any scenario where going gray could potentially be worth the risk? Or are y'all like, there's no situation where it's like even worth it at all? Like, don't even do it. Because I'm a little torn on this. I'm a little like, I barely understand why people virtually pay the same for compound as they do brand. Like, that befuddles me. I don't think compound is bad, but like when people are paying like 300, 350, $400 for compound, I'm like, why don't you just pay the other $50 or $100 and get Zepbound? But I get it. Money be tight, money be tight, money be tight, money be tight. Um, so I get it, but I don't know. His story was interesting. He like I said, he seemed very sincere, and I'm like, okay, am I being too narrow-minded about something that I truly don't understand? Because it's not like I did the research into gray market peptides. Remember on the last stream that we talked about it, I asked, is this something that has always been a thing? Like, have people always done this? Because for one, I'm pretty sure the horror stories are out there. I don't know what they are, but if people were dropping like flies, I'm for one, I'm pretty sure we would have heard about that by now. And there's thousands and thousands and thousands of success stories, and I got a habit of calling people dumb for using gray. And I'm just trying to fall back from that a little bit. Okay. For me, no, absolutely no situation. Okay. I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I'm trying to fall back from like automatically being like, oh, gray, you're stupid. Like I'm I think I'm being his story made me feel like, okay, but what if there is a little bit of nuance? It only takes one to lose their life for it to be taken seriously, not to take it. Well, the same could be said for Zepbound or Ozempic. I mean, there were people overdosing on compound, so the same could be said for that. Now, people will defend compound to the death, which I'm not equating compound to gray market. I'm not. I'm not even trying to defend gray. For the record, I do not endorse or support gray market peptides because I don't know nothing about them. So I just be calling people dumb. But I'm trying not to call names. Okay, like I be trying, like I'm trying, I'm trying, like, okay, because this guy, when I was listening to him, I'm like, I wouldn't call him stupid, so maybe I need to like fall back and consider some people's reasoning behind why they would want to do this. Like the stream if you haven't already. Um, I think it's too risky, and that's coming from an ex-addict. Risky as in like being a you don't mean being addicted to it, right? You mean like not knowing what you're getting? Is that what you mean? Like, so you could potentially like get a drug and not know what you're getting? Is that what you mean? Hi, G's. G's, what do you think? Did you watch Dave's interview about the guy that lost 130 pounds on gray market Reta? I'm asking, is there any scenario where the risk could potentially be worth it? Not knowing what you're getting. Okay, I got you. Okay, so y'all telling me if y'all couldn't afford and no insurance coverage was available for Manjaro or Zepbound, right? And y'all were, because some of us did start in the 300, 350 range, 400, whatever. If you were 400 pounds, y'all wouldn't, it wouldn't be worth it, not even a little bit. I don't think I would risk it, but easy for me to say I have insurance coverage. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to check my privilege, y'all. I'm trying to check my privilege. I did watch Never. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I thought if there was a chance that somebody was gonna say maybe, I thought it would be Jesus, because Jesus is a bit more like open minded. I just be calling people stupid, and like I really would not call him dumb. I really would not like. But there are people that I have seen talk about Reddit that I would call stupid. For example, forget the content creator's name, but I don't want to make it seem like I'm picking her on her or anything. So I'm kind of glad I don't remember her name or the channel name. But I watched a video where a lady had already lost her weight. She's 120, 130 pounds. She's in maintenance on Zepbound or Tirzepatide and then says that she switched to gray market Reta because maintenance got boring. Just because it's not something that we wouldn't do doesn't make it stupid. Yes. See, that's the point that I'm trying to get to. Like, I feel after listening to his story, I kind of feel bad by like calling people dumb being my first response. And hey, Kat, unless you've walked in someone else's shoes, you won't understand their pain and despair. See, that's the point. That's the point that I'm trying to get at. Could a person be in so much despair? Could a person Okay, so basically y'all are saying that you think gray market peptides would be more dangerous than being 400 pounds, 425 pounds. I think it was something like that. What's more dangerous in that situation? To be honest, I actually don't know the answer. I would have to do more research into gray market peptides. I don't know nothing about them. All I know is it says for research purposes, not for human use. In my mind, in my mind, it's clear cut, but maybe I'm missing something. Not too long ago, there was an app selling us poisonous dog food, selling us kids' toys with lead in it. So no thanks. What app was selling poisonous dog food? Not stupid, just extremely dangerous. Okay, so what do y'all know to be the dangers of gray market peptides? Because I don't know. He said he got it tested. Yes, I did mention that. He did say he got it tested. And it came back with like over 99% purity. So he felt like it was safe, good to go. So it's not regulated, so you don't know what you're getting. Okay. Um, but what about supplements at like CVS or GNC? You know? Now I'm just here to play devil's advocate, okay? Because I'm trying to check my privilege. I'm trying to check my privilege here. So this is not about, for me, this is not about judging him and his decision. This is about me trying to understand. And because I know my audience, like the people that typically watch me, well, the people that typically participate in the chat, I already know where y'all stand. So I'm just trying to like explore the actual thought process instead of just being like, oh no, that's stupid. Like I'm just trying to explore because I feel like this guy was pretty genuine. You don't inject supplements, or at least I hope you don't. So because it's an injection, that makes it more dangerous. But the 99% pure from that company, not all companies are the same. Okay. Yeah, I got you, Shonda. I got you. Um, so because it's an injectable, that makes it more dangerous. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. Look, I mean, because there's a thousand. Not to say that gray market peptides are like supplements, but I'm just saying if the argument is regulation, well, there's a ton of things that aren't regulated. So I want to dig a little deeper into that reasoning. Y'all like my shirt? Look, I have. Oh, y'all can't see it because my boobs. This is why I want a breast reduction. I have $3 for Reta for gray market Reta. I have $3. Um. I don't think I would do that. I don't think I would do it, but I would understand. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I should have used my eye drop gel versus the regular eye drops. Just tuning in, what we talking about? High positivity. We are talking about the interview that Dave did with the man that used gray market Reta to lose 130 pounds because he needed he desperately needed a surgery and he was over 400 pounds. So I'm asking the question, is there any scenario, is there any scenario where someone would consider this? Route of administration is what makes it dangerous. Okay, so we got regulation and we got route of administration. You can't throw up something injected. Okay, if you need to. Okay. I'm trying to think. I gotta do the research. I gotta actually see so that I could like understand why I think it's stupid. Like I said, the only reason I think is I'm just like dumb because I'm trying to I'm really trying to. Okay, so here's the thing, right? So let's back up for a second because y'all, I mean, we generally, I'm not surprised that the chat is mirroring the usual sentiment. I'm not surprised by that at all. And I'm not trying to change anybody's mind because my mind hasn't been changed. I'm just exploring the thought. Like the stream if you haven't already, 44 people watching, only 16 likes. What are you guys doing? I will sit here and make you stare at my face. I will stop talking, okay? Um, Missed the beginning, but hearing he couldn't walk gives me a sense of his situation and understand his choice. Yeah, so here's the thing. Okay. Before this story, there was no nuance for me. It was like, why would you do that? Why would anybody do that? Like that's dumb. Like why would anybody do that? There was no nuance. I didn't consider situations like his. And then when I did get an example, it was a very stupid example. Well, actually, we went to Reddit first and people were just like oddly casually talking about it as if Reddit is like literally on the market. Reta is literally on the market from Eli Lilly. So it made me feel like people didn't really understand what they were talking about, at least to some extent. And then when I did get an example of someone on YouTube talking about it, I felt like the example was very stupid. I think it's dumb to switch to Reta and maintenance just because you're bored. Like I think it's silly to switch to a very, very powerful uh peptide or triple peptide just because you're bored and your maintenance. That's kind of weird. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Hi Delilah. Hi Delili. Um, you can't take what you send to be tested, so you buy 10, send one, but what if only 5 are good? Yeah, that makes sense too. You're trusting. He actually has a 3-year supply. Okay. So, but I didn't think about that. You can get one vial tested, but you would then be assuming the quality of the entire order is the same. 3-year supply of the powder, correct. The gray market powder, correct. Yes. Uh, because it's like $30, honestly. Like for the month. It's like $300-400 for the year. So 1 month of Zepbound gets you a year supply of gray market. I'm not promoting that. I'm just sharing what he shared. My brother gets compounded Reta from Strive. But how though? So he's getting compounded gray market Reta. So instead of him having to mix it on his own, the compounding pharmacy mixes it for him. Okay, so let me ask y'all this. I know what y'all gonna say, but I'm gonna ask it anyway, just to be fair. If it comes from a compounding pharmacy, right, but it's still not FDA approved, which is the same for all other compounds, or FDA regulated, I should say. Well, I think it's FDA regulated but not approved, something like that. Um, Eli Lilly has not released the official version. So if a compounding pharmacy gets the powder from a gray market and compounds it for the patient, does that make a difference? What do you guys think? Hello, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, yeah, you would have to have every vial tested. The problem is you don't get the vial back once it's tested. Glad to see it's working for him. Still not comfortable. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I just wanted to know what everybody's reasoning was for, like I said, other than my basic level understanding of do not use on humans. Cause okay, so let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this. Is the not for human use on a gray market peptide, is that literal or is that a suggestion? Like, is it literally not made for humans or is it like that's some sort of loophole around, like that they have to cover their ass because it's not FDA approved? Oh yeah. Oh man, then yeah, definitely a heck nah for me. Which part? The compound version? It's hundreds of thousands of people. Yeah, from what I understand, 150, 200, somewhere between 150, 200,000 people have tried the gray market Reta, and there are some not great results and there are some astounding results. That's literal because clinical trials are underway for humans. Okay. My next question would be, where does it come from? this is how this is how we end up back at, okay, I'm just gonna have to Google it. This is how we end up back at the trap house because I really don't understand how this works. I need to know where it comes from. Where do gray market peptides come from? Like, where do they come from? Um, let's see. Originate from manufacturing facilities in China, particularly blah blah blah. These peptides are often sold through online research chemical websites. Um, uh, okay, I get it. It comes from China, but when I say where, I don't literally mean like the destination. I mean like, okay, maybe I need to ask a different question. Mm, let me see. Matter of fact, let me ask what they're used for. Okay. Gray market peptides are unregulated synthetic chains of amino acids, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I should have put my fucking eye gel in. These compounds are often labeled for research purposes only to bypass FDA regulations. Okay. So, okay, here's what I'm trying to understand. Okay, so it says that they're marked they're marked for research purposes only to bypass FDA regulations. Okay. But what I'm trying to understand is, are Eli Lilly and okay, is Eli Lilly getting their peptide from these suppliers too? Like why? We talked about this. They call up China. Yes, I remember talking about that. But now like I'm literally trying to get an understanding cuz like if this is a Eli Lilly uh product, right? But it can't be exclusively Eli Lilly because how would anybody else get to I don't understand. Like, okay, so here's the thing. Here's what I'm thinking. The peptide itself, access to the peptide is not exclusive, but access to the actual medication that Eli Lilly uses the peptide to create, that is what is exclusive. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Like, I'm trying to walk this backwards, right? So peptides cannot be what do you call it? Trademarked, right? And is trademark the right terminology? I don't know. Whatever. You can't have exclusivity to a peptide unless I guess it gets marked as a biologic or something. Whatever. But for the most part, peptides um are not, what, trademark don't sound like the right word. What do they call it in pharmaceuticals? Trademark is not the right word. What is it called? I'm tired. I came from the gym, y'all. I'm sleepy. What do you call it? Um the thing that expires before you can create patent. Okay. You can't patent peptides, right? So what I'm trying to understand is the peptide is not patented, right? With that being said, it's not obscene to see that multiple there may be multiple routes to get this particular peptide, right? Okay. Or a peptide, right? But where the exclusivity and the safety comes in with Eli Lilly is Eli Lilly is doing the studies, they're doing the testing in human trials, they're the one packaging the medication and the delivery system, and they're the ones selling it to the consumers, and they're the ones going through the process and the testing to get the FDA regulation. Does that sound correct? But outside of Eli Lilly's process, technically this peptide would still be available. So for example, if you were working with a naturopathic doctor or something like that, I think that might be the right terminology. And or you were doing some sort of hormonal replacement therapy or something, like you're working with a doctor. Are we saying that because Eli Lilly hasn't finished the testing that that doctor can't get their hands on compounded Reta that would be safe? Am I misunderstanding that? I'm trying to get the I'm trying to get the whole get it from China thing in a powder. I'm trying to understand that. Like, what are these companies doing with the peptides that they're selling? Okay, if it's for research purposes only, right? Who's doing the research is what I'm trying to understand. You don't guarantee purity with a compounding pharmacy. Technically, you don't guarantee purity with any medication. Medications have been contaminated before. We trust that if they've gone through the proper procedures, that that is on the up and up. That's what we're trusting, but nothing is technically guaranteed for any medication. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you, Shonda. I'm trying to understand the connection between the powders that people are calling up China to get and what Eli Lilly got going on. I'm trying to understand the connection here. The main issue is sterility. Testing isn't regulated. I get that. So the issue isn't that it's shady to get access to the peptide. The issue is, how do you confirm the sterility? How do you confirm it's actually what they say they're giving you? Like, how do you confirm you're getting the right peptide or any peptide at all? How do you confirm what it is? Um, so sterility, I guess quality, and confirmation of like what you're actually getting. Is that what the concern is? The additives can be dangerous. So they have additives. Let me see. Um, do is there a way to find that out? Like what additives are used? Hmm. They contain additives, contaminants. Okay. Additives, contaminants, or fillers because they're unregulated, manufactured in non-sterile environments. Okay, and not subject to the quality controls of legal pharmaceutical products. These products are typically sold as research chemicals or not for human consumption to bypass FDA regulations, resulting in high risk impurities. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. All right. Okay. My follow-up question is like, but wouldn't the same apply to compound though? What do y'all think? Like, wouldn't how I I could see how this is worse, definitely. But like, then the next question is to me, well, what makes compound more trustworthy? Some additives are for maybe okay, aren't for human consumption. Okay. Um, yes, it does in many cases. Are you talking about the same applying to compound? Okay, proper dosing schedule. Okay. Yeah, I think the worst part of what I just read would be the impurities. Um, the uh the contaminants and the non-sterile environments. Like, okay, no, see, I'm not off base to say trap house. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? See, because I was feeling, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I was about to give up my trap house terminology because I was feeling kind of bad. I was feeling kind of bad. Like, okay, am I being unreasonable by saying the Reta's coming out of a trap house? But if you have a non-sterile environment, additives, contaminants, or fillers, unregulated, that am I that's a trap house. One point that Dave made during his stream is like, okay, with brand, we're paying for the safety. We're paying for it. Like, we're paying for the reassurance that they've done their due diligence. That's what we're paying for. We're paying for the assurance that I mean, we're paying all types of markups too, but we're paying for the assurance when you choose brand or generic, whatever, a regulated pharmaceutical, you're counting on the fact that the FDA has done their job. You're counting on the fact that the pharmaceutical company has done the proper research. They didn't bury any weird research or crazy side effects or anything. We're counting on the fact that they are at least honest enough to not get us killed, aka Vioxx. Okay, um, that's what we're paying for. Definitely trap house feels. Reminds me of folks getting butt injections or fillers from someone's basement and later found out they were injected with not car oil or cement. The compounding pharmacies are regulated, right? So even if it's individual meds aren't regulated, the pharmacy is. That is my understanding. Okay. So compounding pharmacies would be FDA regulated, but not approved. I think, okay, I think that's what I said earlier. Okay. Okay. Um, all right. So okay, so back to Ben. All right. So now that I have a bit more of an understanding, I just, I do understand. I do understand that if it feels like your life is on the line, a person can make a decision that's a coin toss, essentially. Like, this could potentially save my life. Maybe the odds are in my favor, or it could go horribly wrong. But they could feel like the odds are in their favor as far as like there's a good chance this is going to go right. Imagine the cost to big pharma for unsafe products. They welcome vigorous oversight. Well, big pharma is they're not flawless. They've had some we've had some shitty medications approved that should have never been approved. We've had some shitty medications that should have never made it out of testing. So the FDA and big pharma, they're not flawless. But like I said, for the most part, we trust them to get it right. For the most part. Like, I am not anti big pharma. I just know I feel like I know who I'm dealing with. Like, I want big pharma to do big pharma things. I want them to keep innovating. I want them to yes, have lower price medications, but I also want them to have profits to do the research. I don't want to be exploited or taken advantage of as far as like, the American medical system or pharmaceutical system. But it's a system that we have, so we try to make the best of it. And as like throughout the rest of this month, I'm going to be transitioning into talking about accessibility to the GLP-1 market, whether through compound or branded medications, limited accessibility, affordability, and where that's leaving people. Because I would never, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's very hard to hear a story of a 400 plus pound man that has lost his mobility and say that he's stupid for going this route. Like I don't get that feeling. I don't get that feeling. But when you hear about gray market Retta, people are so flippant and so casual about it. I think that's what gets on my nerves and gets under my skin, which is why I try not to like even keep up or pay attention. Like the stream, please, if you haven't already. And if you would like to buy me a coffee, you can cash at me at hashtag a little vain. That's a little, the word, and vain, VAIN. So yeah, I would say I, I, my stance is the same. I just feel like I have to be a bit more careful, just kind of blanketing all use to just ignorance or stupidity. Recklessness may be a better fit, or like risky. Affordability is a tricky word nowadays. What do you mean, Jen? Tell me more. Because now the reason that I want to talk about this is because I've always had the hard stance that um yes, I want GLP-1s to be affordable, but I also think that Eli Lilly has made strides toward making like expanding access while still trying to maintain their profits. And I don't necessarily blame them for that. Now, charging this is not funny. Charging $500 to $1,000, whether it's out of pocket or to a insurance company, charging $500 to $1,000, as they do for all medications in America, for medications that may cost $5, $25 to make, which I don't even think that's the case, right? Because Jen brought up before, you got the factory, you got you have the electricity, like you have all these other things that come into consideration, but we are being grossly overcharged for medications. I understand that. I just feel like sometimes people, you know, forget to like know how to dance with the devil a little bit, and or it's a choice. It's a choice to dance with the devil. I could choose to not be on Zepbound. I could choose to go back to compound and save me $100 a month. I don't think that's worth it. Like, I don't think that that's worth it. Now, $30 on gray market and $300 on compound, I could see why. I don't think price alone is a good reason to choose that, because I do think that there are other ways to lose weight. And now that was the other. Sorry, I just jumped around to like three different points. Let me land on this one. That was the other thing that was bothering me about this. Um, but shout out to Ben. This is no judgment for him. I'm glad things worked out for him, and I hope he lives a long, happy, healthy life, because he sounds like he's feeling great, feeling better about himself and everything. But this was the other thing that bothered me. You know, am I the pot calling the kettle black, or am I being a hypocrite by saying, well, there are riskier routes to losing weight? Oh my God. Oh my God. And then Jeeves takes the words right out of my mouth. I think he may not have been as aggressive with other options prior. That's exactly the point that I'm trying to make, but I don't want to assume. I didn't hear him. Maybe I got to go back and listen. I didn't hear him mention what he tried before this, but I'm like, how did we? Okay, hold on. This was the thing that bugged me the most. Not from a judgmental standpoint, just from a like, it's not computing standpoint. How did we go from I'm trying to get on a GLP-1, my insurance is denying it. Okay, let me go pursue gray market. How did we? My favorite color is blue. How did we? How does one? As if it has to be a GLP-1 that is the solution for you. Like, I would really like to know that. I would really like to know, like, okay, there's a lot of options between a GLP-1 and then gray market GLP-1. Like I would even put keto and fasting in there. That doesn't mean it would have been successful. I mean, you know, listen, I'm team fasting over GLP-1, but I don't feel like doing that. I am honest about the fact that I don't feel like doing that. And I am honest about the fact that I appreciate the hormonal balances that a GLP-1 gives me. So I'm willing to pay to play. Like I am totally honest about the fact that I am willing to pay to play. But you can't get coverage. You can't afford compound. I understand the leap from brand to compound. I can't get coverage to brand, go to compound. I understand that leap. But the leap from I can't get brand or compound, so go unregulated gray. I really wish I could speak with him because I would like to know like what else did you try before you made that decision? Or have you ever tried to lose weight before? Like what options were unsuccessful for you? Because yeah, I might you know, guys, I have a couple of offensive topics coming up. Did he go straight to Retta? That I in all fairness, I'm gonna go back and listen. And if I was wrong, I will correct the record. But my understanding, Jen, is when he got denied by insurance from for branded GLP-1s, he could not afford to pay out of pocket for brand or compound. Yes, my understanding is he went straight to Retta. According to him, he did his research. The testing made him feel secure. Yes, like I, I did not hear, but I might have missed it. I did not hear I tried this, I tried that, I tried this. I was at my wit's end, so I went to Retta. He had surgery. Yeah, after he lost the weight and came down to the proper BMI. Um, so like where why where okay. So I would say gray market is risky, especially based on what I just read. I think there are in fact I know there are less risky ways to lose weight. Is that a guarantee that he would have been successful? No. But I would like to know if he tried anything before going to Retta or anybody. Like I see cuz I'm this is what I'm not understanding like what is making people take the risk? In his situation, on the surface I understand it, but the pushback that I would have is like, okay, but what about the other options before you take such a huge risk? Like what about the other options first? Okay, and then if you still end up at Retta by the end of it, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just be like, all right, that it's your prerogative. But like average people with average people problems that either can't get coverage or can't afford to pay out of pocket for brand or compound, like the average obese person, right? Like let's just say you're 100 pounds overweight, which is no small thing. I understand that 150 pounds overweight, but it's just like I don't understand how so many people are turning to the gray market. And Dave's point, it wasn't really a point, it was just more of an observation. His observation, because he wasn't endorsing it either, but his observation was that, you know, the healthcare system is so broken here that people are being pushed into the gray market. I don't think that that's accurate. Well, okay, no, hold on. I could see how it could. Okay, I could see that's that point of view, but I don't think anybody's pushed to the gray market. Like I don't think anybody's pushed to that level of risk. I don't know. Pushed? That brings me back to my original question. Like, is there anything that could be going wrong with you that would make it worth the risk? But I've never been 400 pounds. Um, uh, KD by the sea, hello, says it's not a huge risk. You're right. There are so many in the gray and very few have any issues. I think you might have misunderstood what I said. Did I say that? Did I say that? uh I actually forgot like what I just said. That maybe I misread your comment, but I do think that gray market is a risk. I do think it's a risk. Um, but I'm trying to understand that, like, I'm trying to understand how so many people are turning to that option. Hmm. Yeah, most of y'all are, no, I mean, not most, all of you are saying you wouldn't do it. I'm trying to think. But you know what? There are people that feel that way about GLP-1s. Like, yeah, I wouldn't do it. I don't care how I feel. I don't care how much I weigh. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. I ain't injecting shit. So there are people that feel that way about regulated GLP-1s. Hmm. I wish I could interview somebody that was doing gray. Cause I really want to know, like, okay, just pure speculation, not for him, but just like in general. You know what it seems like to me, but I won't really know until I talk to some people if I get a chance to. You know what it seems like to me? GLP-1s have been so successful that people that can't access that route but feel entitled to get their results that way, they are the ones going to gray. Because you could just choose to say, I don't have access to the regulated GLP-1s. That's unfortunate. Hopefully that will change in the future. You know, I'm going to keep trying these other methods, even though I remember what it's like to be on the other side of it. So I don't know because if a person feels desperate for results and they can't access the regulated GLP-1 market due to pricing, they can't, in insurance, if they can't access it, and in their own desperation, they go to Reta and they are successful, I guess it's also fair to ask, what are we defining as success? Because I will say this. I remember when I'm fair. I don't gotta like, be misleading about anything. I ain't gonna lie. Dumb gray market Reddit results, aesthetic, this is not funny, but physically, them results be looking good. They do. They do. One of the bigger points about Reta is supposed to be the glucagon, right? That has that muscle preserving effect to it. And when I was looking at those pictures on Reddit when we were doing the breakdown, I was like, these people don't look ill. Like you know how like the reputation behind Ozempic, Wegovy, Manjaro, Zepbound, that initial wave, there's this like reputation of people looking gaunt and like sickly, and you could tell they ain't got no muscle. Those are known effects. But with Reta, or gray market Reta to be clear, when I was looking at the people's results, they looked intact. Like they looked like they maintained their muscle. The normal BMI folks getting gratitude. Yeah, see, that's what triggers me, sunshine. Like, I just don't understand. I'm trying to keep an open mind, not for me to try it, but just to understand where people are coming from. It takes a lot for me to have the patience for a normal weight person to go the route of Retta. And there's plenty of people doing it. And I think a lot of the gym bro a sphere, the gym bro sphere, a lot of them are using Retta for like biohacking, for like mental clarity, and because of the glucagon, so they're able to really get a good pump in the gym and to lose body fat. I'm just like, okay, let me tell you, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Let me go ahead and tell y'all something. Because I thought about this too, right? I thought about this too. If I had access to a peptide that would uh like give me, like, the key points of this peptide was mental clarity, better energy, and promotes muscle growth, I would take it. If I had access to it, not in the gray market, I mean regulated, right? Like I'd get it. I would use it. I would. Not sure we are seeing everyone that uses Reta. We are seeing the best looks as they are the proudest. That is fair. That is fair. That is fair. Um, some are probably taking it a tad too far and not showing the results, but we'll see when it gets released. We'll see. We will see when it gets released and people are on it that first year. Uh what? Yeah, I don't yeah, I don't know. That makes sense. That makes sense that people with the best results would post their results. Okay, so let me ask y'all this. If it is the case, I don't want to put this because the risk is there no matter what. Okay. If it is the case that I don't know who's tracking the numbers on this or if anybody is, but let's say I don't know, somebody decides to do it, some company or whatever decides to track the people that are using gray market Reta via surveys or I don't know. The best way would be a study, but nobody's going to put a study together. But hypothetically, if it was to turn out that 85% of gray market Reta users um saw great results as far as body composition, so they would lose body fat, the speed in which they lost it, they maintain their muscles, they have more energy, etc., 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 etc. If those type of numbers hypothetically came out for gray market Reta, would it change any of y'all's perspective on like the the reason the like would it make it would it seem more reasonable or is it just still like no, it's great, it's unregulated, no, it doesn't matter how good the outcomes are, it doesn't matter. I feel like gray Reta is gonna ruin it before it even comes out. Okay, I gotta follow up to that, but I'm gonna hold it. Lily Charles had to drop out due to too much weight loss. Well, I didn't actually figure out what we went over that in my trap house Reddit stream, and I didn't actually figure out what too much weight loss qualified as. Still too scared to try. Mm. Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat. Still gonna be a no for me. Yeah, I because for me personally, my health did not reach a point where I was that level of desperate. Like, and I don't say desperate in a shameful way. I'm saying desperation. Like, desperate times call for desperate measures, and that is a desperate measure. And if you hit the panic button in the desperate time, and it works out for the better for you, then you know that's you. That's good for you. That's good for you. Back to Nicole's point about Retta. Okay, tell me what you mean by ruin it, because I have a follow up to that. Tell me what you mean by gray market Retta. Um, gray market Retta. Gray market Retta will ruin it before the actual product comes out. Tell me what you mean by ruin it. Let me see, Jen. I actually don't recall. Uh, what if these were a bunch of 27 BMI people? Um, Reta, True Tide. Let me see. See if I can find that thread with the before and afters. I'm sorry, let me see if I can find a thread with the photos. Okay, see, this is stupid. I am deceased, bro. Sir, you are not overweight. I mean, maybe slightly. This dude talking about some 175 to 140. Boy, if you don't. Okay, I have one before and after. Let's see if he gives details. 2 months? I don't know if I believe you, sir. I mean, y'all let me know. So this is his before. He says 2 months. Look at the after. And this this is his after. Y'all think gray market Reta is working like that? See, okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think people are going to have severe tragic events happen and they are pulling it before it even comes out. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm gonna tell you why I don't think that's gonna happen. Well, not that I don't think people are gonna have reactions, but I don't think Reddit's gonna get pulled, and I'll tell you why I think that. Women 125 pounds using it and having heart attacks. Okay. I think it's okay. Reta is not the first medication or even the first uh peptide or GLP-1. Well, I don't know. I don't even know what to call it anymore. GLP medication where people that ain't got no business using it is using it, okay? Right? Like, so to say 125-pound women using it having heart attacks, that's they dumb ass fault. See, I will call them dumb. You're dumb. Why are you doing that? Like, you're dumb. So I don't think that's gonna get official Eli Lilly's launch. I don't think that's gonna get it pulled at all. People being stupid, I don't think is gonna get it pulled. Now, will they, in effort to try to protect people from themselves, overcorrect potentially? Unfortunately, maybe. Right. Like maybe. Like sometimes in order to protect people from themselves, policymakers will overshoot with correction. And that affects everybody. So it getting pulled, it's not gonna get pulled. It's not gonna get pulled. You know, and you know why I also feel like that is because I don't think this is the first. I never even heard about the gray market until Reta. Like, and even if people were doing it with TERS and SEMA, I never heard about the gray market before GLP-1, but I'm pretty sure it was around and I'm pretty sure people were using it. That doesn't make it right. That doesn't make it safe. But like, I'm pretty sure the gray market didn't just pop up in the last 2 years. Couldn't have been. Couldn't have been. Let's maybe I'm wrong. Let's Google it and see. Let's Google it and see. And Eli Lilly is not going to let a bunch of dummies ruin their investment. It's not going to happen. If anything, they'll exploit it by saying, see, this is why we got to make it a biologic. This is why we're going to do this. Like they're doing because of Compound. Compound took advantage of the situation, compounding pharmacies and telehealth companies. And now Eli Lilly is trying to protect their investment. It's unfortunate. Let's see. Gray market peptides have existed in various forms for roughly 15 to 20 years, starting as a niche underground market for bodybuilders. Oh my God, I did not know that. It's always the gym bros, bro, and athletes around 2010 before exploding into a mainstream unregulated wellness trend around 2023, 2024. So that's exactly my point. It became more popular in the past 2 years, but as far as usage, I'm pretty sure people have been using gray market peptides for quite some time. They did not just start popping up out of nowhere. It's just more mainstream now. So pre-2010s, early origins, while peptides like insulin have existed for a century, the illicit quote unquote research only market began growing with the increased availability of synthetic compounds used for muscle growth and performance. Okay. They was juicing. They was juicing. 2010 to 2020, hardcore fitness culture peptides such as BPC 157 and GHRP2-2. Well, I guess I don't need the dash. GHRP2 were commonly sourced by bodybuilders from underground labs, often purchased alongside steroids. So when I say trap house grade, I'm correct. YouTube, stop throttling my video because I got trap house in the title. Well, not this one, but the last one, the other one. Like, it is trap house grade. I thought I was being okay, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was being unfair when I was saying that today. Like, I was saying it, meaning it before, but then today I'm like, maybe I'm being unfair when I say that. Maybe there's something to this that I'm unaware of. When you say underground, when you say unregulated, when you say contaminated, when you say additives, trap house, you are making crack rocks. I shouldn't say that on YouTube. Oh my God. I might have to put the stream on members only. But you're making dope. Okay? Like the stream if you haven't already. You're making trap house contraptions. I mean like concoctions. How I'm not tripping for saying that. So 2023 to 26, the GLP-1 mainstream explosion with the high cost of and scarcity of brand name GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic, the gray market grew dramatically. Online advertising for unauthorized peptides grew nearly eightfold between 2022 and 2024. By 2025, 2026, the market became flooded with cheaper Chinese manufactured, unregulated peptides for weight loss, skin texture, and biohacking. Lord. Mm. A large portion originates from China. Would it matter to y'all if these originated in America or Mexico? Okay, so here's where the gray terminology comes in. These compounds often exist in a legal gray zone, not strictly illegal to possess in some places, but not approved for human use or safety control. Okay, let me see. I had another thing I wanted to Google. So it's been around for some time. Okay, let's see if I could find. Uh, hmm. I want to see. Ooh, you know what? News. I want to see who's been hurting themselves from this. I keep saying GLP-1, but GLP-3. GLP-3. Uh, it says people are jabbing themselves with black market. Okay, which is worse, black market or trap house? What is worse? Which terminology is worse? Black market? Because I didn't even think of that. That's a good one. That's actually what it is. That's actually what it is. That actually sounds scarier than trap house to me. Um uh let's see if I can see horror stories. Okay, so it's Google AI. I hope they actually give me a story, but it says um triple agonist drug has led to severe adverse events for users sourcing it outside of clinical trials. Blah 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 blah. Here are the specific horror story. I should have just went to Chat GPT. I don't know why I didn't do that. Here are the specific horror stories and risks associated with gray market Reta. Severe physical reactions and health emergencies, seizures, and near unliving experiences. A woman named Michelle Swords suffered a seizure and collapsed in front of her children. Lord, pray for Michelle. After using a counterfeit weight loss injection. Oh my God. Well, it doesn't say this was. See, I think gray market is being used as a catch-all term for like other things that are being masqueraded as peptides as well. So not only the powders sourced from China and wherever else, um, but also completely different substances from West Bubble. Fuck. Violent gastrointestinal distress. Oh my God. A user with a history of gastrointestinal issues experienced severe side effects, describing the feeling as complete obstruction followed by hours of violent vomiting. Severe illness from counterfeits. Individuals purchasing from social media, TikTok, Telegram. This was happening with Tirzepatide, Zepbound, Ozempic, all of that. have reported becoming severely ill, symptoms including extreme vomiting, temporary blindness, sudden unaliving. Reports indicate cases where users have been unalive shortly after taking unregulated high potency injections, with some suspecting the quote unquote different nature of the unverified compound caused fatal adverse reactions. Wow. Users are purchasing raw, freeze-dried powder and mixing it themselves with backwater, leading to dangerous errors in concentration. Okay, that is huge. I don't think anybody has mentioned this one yet. I don't think anybody has mentioned this one yet. That is huge. Okay. I wouldn't have put it that way because I didn't have the words, but this is the perfect way to highlight the issue with mixing this. I'm really trying not to like call it, name it after controlled substances. Okay, this let's just go with trap house substance. This is the danger with mixing this trap house substance yourself. Dangerous errors in concentration. I mean, people couldn't even get their dose right from multi-dose vials on compound. People were overdosing on that. So it's like you gonna get the same people that can't do a milliliter to units conversion or whatever, milliliter to milligram or whatever. That you're gonna get people that can't even do that conversion with the instructions, with a calculator, with whatever, and they're gonna mix it themselves. Contamination and impurity. Because these products are labeled not for human consumption, there is no oversight for sterility or accurate dosing, leading to unknown substances being injected. Users have reported intense flu-like symptoms, likely due to dosing miscalculations or impure contaminated batches. Hmm. Hmm. Degradation. Gray market peptides may arrive degraded, meaning they either do not work or cause unpredictable side effects. Physiological and long-term effects. Quote unquote zombie state of and muscle loss. One user reported feeling like a zombie for weeks, unable to eat more than a single egg a day, resulting in significant muscle loss and hair loss. Man, I mean, some people are this level of irresponsible on like terzepatide too. Oh, guess what they mentioned, guys? You'll never guess. You'll never guess. Anhedonia. A user reported experiencing anhedonia, an inability to feel pleasure, which is linked to the extreme appetite suppression and neurological impact of high dose GLP-1 GIP glucagon compounds. Sounds right to me. Yeah, I'm still not understanding why I take the risk, but I ain't never been like, okay, so I got one example, 400 pounds. Okay, desperate, gotta have surgery, gotta get the weight down. Fine. Feel like some other options exist before going gray, but okay. What other reasons are people doing this? Let's see if I can find that on YouTube. I've not researched it on YouTube. Let's see. I'm trying to keep an open mind, people, and educate myself. Let's see. Trying to keep an open mind and educate myself so I don't sound stupid when I call someone dumb or when I, push back. Because I just be calling people stupid. I gotta stop that. Um, okay. Reta, what I don't even know what to search. Just before and after. She doesn't look obese to me. Let me see. I want to see. Okay, hold on. Let me put this on. retatrutide as my GLP, and I use tesamorelin at night along with CJC 1295. Wait, shawty. What? What's wrong with folk them? She's stacking. I'm not saying stacking is a bad idea, but it's like, how you gonna stack in the gray market? Oh God, this is why we can't have nice things in America. Oh my God. This is why we can't have nice things. Oh my God. And just using the retatrutide for the first 2 weeks. The very first time I used it, I had appetite suppression, felt a little nauseous, didn't want food at all, like for the first couple days. But it seemed like it was wearing off really quickly. And I didn't want to keep upping my dose and then run out of that vial in 2 weeks or less because it would have been gone super, super fast. So I was kind of having problems with that. Not suppressing my appetite as much as I wanted it to or needed it to. I was still finding myself very hungry. So the last 2 weeks, I started taking tesamorelin in the morning with my retatrutide, and I added in grisama. I am terrible at pronouncing things. I'm sorry. I will put a screenshot up of the test of what it is. So this is GLP-4 or whatever, cagrisama. 5 milligrams semaglutide and 5 milligrams cagrilintide. And this is more appetite suppression. Retatrutide does have appetite suppression. I don't think not as much. Not as much for me anyway. It does work better for some people than others, but retatrutide is more fat burning and metabolism boost. So it's tesamorelin. The first 2 weeks when I was just using retatrutide. Will y'all unsubscribe if I turn into this for content? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? 3 to 4 pounds. And then the last 2 weeks, when I combined all of these three into my morning routine, I use them every couple days. Don't do it every day. Every 2 to 3 days because I'm kind of microdosing. That way I can get longer use out of them. And by combining all of them, I'm getting more benefits. So I can microdose them. But the last 2 weeks of having this peptide stack, I've lost 11 pounds. And that's with average workout. I've been working out a little more, but not a ton. I'm doing like 10 minutes a day. I try to do every day. I'm pretty bad about keeping that up. You don't fucking say. With retatrutide is constipation, which kind of sucks. And I didn't realize that at first that was one of the side effects. And I kept wondering what was going on. And then I finally looked it up and realized what the problem was. But if you take a break from it for okay, so wait a minute. Okay, let's back up here. Constipation, basic ass GLP side effect. You didn't know before taking this that was one of the side effects. It's not like anhedonia where it's not listed on the label. It's people like this. Your stomach will start processing through all of that. And plus BPC 157 helps with that. I use BPC 157/TV 500 to help my digestive tract because I do have a lot of stomach problems and everything. It helps with inflammation, my digestive issues, all that. So I use that regularly, which helps a little bit, but also just taking a break from the retatrutide when you are overly constipated or anything, then your stomach will, Wait a minute. So we get to take breaks now? I'm so confused. So like we don't get to do that on Zepbound. We don't get to like, oh, I'm constipated. Let me take a break from my dose. Let's go. Let's do it.
If you're considering retatrutide the new weight loss drug everyone's talking about, I lost 20 pounds in 5 weeks without losing any muscle, and I want to take some time to tell you exactly what this stuff is, my experience with it, and how it works. But before we go in, okay,
on a scale of dumb to what the fuck, where do y'all think he's gonna fall? You think he's gonna convince us or be like somewhere on the spectrum of dumb to like what the fuck? Or is he gonna like surprise us like, oh wow, I hadn't considered that. I didn't know that. Because he said he's gonna tell us what this stuff is. So like maybe he knows something we don't know. And he got 580 comments. I'll bet you it's 580 people using Reta. Or at least 500 of them. Let's see. Only regret I have. Oh God, we might have to read the comments on this one. Lord. Let's do it. Okay.
Further, just a quick note. This is not medical advice, and I suggest that before you put anything into your body, you consult with a licensed physician. I'm not here to tell you what to put.
It is so ironic. It is so ironic to suggest working with a physician to take unregulated peptides. That's hilarious. That's just hilarious.
Body, that's between you and your doctor. But people are getting their hands on this stuff anyway, so you deserve real information that you can rely on. Now, for context, retatrutide, it's not FDA approved yet, but the phase 2 studies show people losing 24% of their body weight on average. That's better than anything else available right now. Now, here's what it actually is and exactly how it works. Retatrutide is a weekly shot that works on 3 different hormone systems in your body. First, it targets your GLP-1 hormone receptors. GLP-1 is the hormone released in your gut after you eat. It tells your pancreas to release insulin when blood sugar rises. It slows how quickly your stomach empties. It reduces sugar output from your liver and signals your brain that you're full. When you
So far, so good. We know this already. Okay, okay.
target GLP-1 receptors with a drug, the body responds as though extra GLP-1 is present. So it helps keep your blood glucose steady, slows how fast your stomach empties so you feel full longer, reduces your appetite, and lowers how much sugar your liver releases into your blood. Second, it targets GIP hormone receptors. GIP is another hormone released in your gut after you eat. It tells your pancreas to release insulin along with GLP-1, helps fat tissue store energy, and guides your body to use nutrients more efficiently. When you target GIP receptors with a drug, the body responds as if there's extra GIP. So it improves insulin release after meals by making the pancreas more responsive when blood sugar rises. It
Right,
keeps your
right.
blood sugar more stable by
Mm-hmm.
reducing
Mm-hmm.
sharp
Go
spikes and
on.
crashes, and supports nutrient partitioning by guiding fat and muscle cells to take up and use nutrients instead of leaving extra sugar or fat in the blood. And lastly, this is the part that makes Reddit.
All right, guys. Look, is he gonna convince us? I mean, he's on track so far. Is he on the spectrum of dumb to what the fuck, or is he gonna like wow us? Like, come on, don't be afraid to lose a little bit.
Unique. It activates your
A
glucagon
wager.
receptors. Glucagon is a hormone made in your pancreas that usually works opposite to insulin. It tells your liver to release stored sugar and break down fat to use as energy. When you target glucagon receptors with a drug, the body responds as if extra glucagon is present. So it signals the liver to burn more fat, increases the number of calories your body uses even while it's at rest, and works together with GLP-1 and GIP activity to drive stronger weight loss than hitting one pathway.
I like that. I really do like the sound of that. Honestly, like I would love to try Retta, and I'm not even obese anymore. I would still love to try it at a lower dose. The actual version from Eli Lilly, but I would never be approved for it at this weight. But I'm not gonna lie, if I could get it, I'd try it. I'd try it. I'm still at least like 20, more like 40 pounds overweight, but with 20 pounds, I'll at least be at the higher end of a normal weight. But I could afford to lose another 40 pounds. So that'll be interesting.
Triple action is exactly what makes retatrutide more powerful than semaglutide or tirzepatide. Semaglutide only works on
Yeah, we don't
GLP-1s.
care about that part. Get to the
Stable
point.
bodies also explains why people in studies lost more on retatrutide than any of the other drugs. Studies actually showed 24% average weight loss on retatrutide. For context, semaglutide got about 15%, and tirzepatide gets around 20%. And that extra few percent might not sound like much, but if you weigh 200 pounds, that's 10 to 15 more pounds lost in the same amount of time. Now, here are my results after 5 weeks. I'm down about 20 pounds, and I haven't really lost any muscle mass. Now, one of the big concerns.
I'm sorry. He lost 20 pounds in how many weeks? I'm sorry. I need to go back.
And tirzepatide gets around 20%. And that extra few percent might not sound like much, but if you weigh 200 pounds, that's 10 to 15 more pounds lost in the same amount of time. Now, here are my results after 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
Down about 20 pounds, and I haven't really lost any muscle mass. Now, one of the big concerns that I had was when I take a drug like this, is the calorie deficit I'm in going to affect energy and performance? And I'll be real with you, I haven't really noticed a significant reduction in my overall energy while I've been using it, and I've been on nearly 1,000 calorie deficit for the last 5 weeks. Now, for me, the appetite suppression has probably been the most challenging. I really feel indifferent about food, and I find it difficult to hit my daily protein target. There are days where I get to dinner and realize that I've pretty much forgotten to eat all day. So I actually had to set alarms to remind myself to eat.
I would like to know why we got to his results before explaining where he got the non FDA approved peptide from. Now, if I wasn't talking to y'all, then someone might find that like weird. Like y'all are not gonna find that weird. And because I'm trying to keep an open mind, I'm finding it weird. Like, why? I'm trying to give you a chance, sir, Josh. I'm trying to give you a chance, Josh, but you're blowing it. Okay, you was on track, and then you're starting to blow it. Why are we talking about results before talking about where he got the non-FDA approved peptide that got him these results? That just seems a little odd for me, but let's continue.
Because severely undereating my protein has kind of had a negative impact on my recovery. Now, outside of the major fat loss and the significant reduction in appetite, I've also noticed a few other side effects, both good and bad. First, I have naturally high blood pressure, and I've noticed since starting Reta, it's now staying consistently within the normal range, and the quality of my sleep has also significantly improved. However, there are a couple of weird side effects that most guys don't talk about. Number one, I've had this slight skin sensitivity, especially at night. It's not painful, it's just slightly annoying. Like I can feel my clothes rubbing on my skin, and it bothers me, but it's not really that bad unless I consciously think about it. And number two, it's kind of hard to explain, but I kind of feel cold all the time. Not like shivering type cold, just like where I feel like I need to wear a sweater during the day. And honestly, I sit here at my desk while I'm working and I have a blanket wrapped around my legs to stay warm. Most of the time, these side effects aren't noticeable until I actually notice them. Then they can get kind of annoying. Outside of that, the only struggle I had at first was.
Is it the thyroid or the hypothalamus that controls body temperature? Let's look. Hypothalamus. It's the hypothalamus. Okay. Just curious. All right. Just curious. Let's continue.
Slight bit of constipation during the first week, but that kind of went away on its own. I really haven't experienced any major side effects since I've increased my dose, which now I'm taking about 6 milligrams per week without any noticeable issues with my stomach or my digestive tract.
Why did he increase his dose if he lost 20 pounds in 5 weeks? This is the thing this is the other thing I don't understand about these Reddit users. Like, they always talk about increasing their dose, but never say why. Like, you're seeing success. What are you increasing your dose for?
Be aware that the studies on Reddit also list nausea, vomiting, diarrhea as common side effects that people experience. So if this is something you decide you want to take, make sure you're aware of that. One thing to note is that you have to be way more intentional about nutrition. Like I said earlier, I had a hard time hitting my protein targets at first because
You know what else I think is stupid? But again, I'm learning. I'm trying to learn. But I think it's dumb to use Lilly's studies and their results on random peptide powder from China. Like, that's why I was asking, is Eli Lilly getting their Reddit from the same source, like from the same people, from the same place? Like, that's what I was trying to understand, because I'm like, how are y'all associating Eli Lilly's results with this random powder that you're getting from China? Like, I don't understand how you're doing that. Like, you're not accounting for those studies don't account for all of the contaminants and additives and the non-sterilized environment. Like, they don't account for all of that, so I'm confused. And it also doesn't account for, like, you hand mixing it yourself, and inconsistencies in dosing that's not accounted for in the study. So it's like, y'all understand what I'm trying to say? Like, that's not, no, 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 no. If you're not going to use Lilly's product, I'm not so sure. I mean, compound is pretty close, but even with compound, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's weird.
Body is basically no longer sending normal hunger signals. And if you're not careful, you'll accidentally starve yourself, kind of like I did. So you have to make sure you're always getting enough protein. That way you can ensure your weight loss is.
Tell us where you got it from.
On average, people lost 91% of the people in
I don't care about none of that.
liver fat. And that's actually in the liver. For many users, so they had extremely high
Don't care.
problems. Now, larger phase 3 are already side effects showed up. It's one reported case, it's an episode of severe low. Right now, the only
People like this cannot be trusted. You telling us everything but where you got the dang non-FDA regulated peptides from.
legal way that you can get retatrutide is like a research chemical company, not for human consumption. Right now, some people are finding that retatrutide for as low as like 150 a month through some of these companies. Just be aware of what you're getting and make sure that if you do go that route for research, this is not for human consumption. These are for research purposes only. Use at your own risk. What's retatrutide?
Just be sure of what you're getting. How are you supposed to do that? He didn't even explain. Just be sure. Like the stream if you haven't already. Please, please, please like the stream. Give me a like. Just be sure of what you're getting. How are you supposed to do that? And Why are people so casual about the not for human consumption part? Why is that so like, oh, mm, not for human consumption? Am I? I feel like such a nerd for being so like perturbed by that.
Actually gets that FDA approval and enters the market through doctors and clinics, you can expect that price to climb upwards of $1,500 a month or more. Which is actually interesting because Eli Lilly, the creator of retatrutide, actually just sued the FDA to get retatrutide labeled as a biologic instead of as a drug. And the reason for this is because now it gives them exclusivity to sell in U.S. markets for up to 12 years versus just the 5 that the original label would have given them. Obviously, this is a huge cash grab, and their intention is to monopolize the market on retatrutide so that they can send the prices to the ceilings and take advantage of the American consumer.
Correct. That is very true. But look at what y'all dumbasses is doing. Like, are you any better than Eli Lilly? You know, like you're taking advantage of the opposite. You're taking advantage of the black market. So while they're taking advantage of the American consumer and price hiking and jacking, you're taking advantage of the black market and under trying to undercut Lilly before their studies are even done. Now, y'all tell me, am I being a big pharma shill by saying that? Am I being a big pharma Eli Lilly shill by saying this is a little hypocritical considering the fact that you're undercutting all of the research and the investments that they're doing by just going to the black market? But at the same time, using their research and their hard work and their investment as proof that what you're getting from the black market is accurate or safe or effective. I would be pissed off. I would be pissed if I was the head of a research team or the CEO of a pharmaceutical company and our research was using to justify this. I'd be mad as hell. I'd be pissed. Jen is a big pharma shill. Jen, we know. Jen, you are the shill of the channel. Okay, we have our big pharma shill. Everybody gets a roll. Okay, everybody gets a roll. Jen got about 3 rolls now. I don't know why. She just keep taking on jobs. Let's continue.
That's just my take. But for comparison, people are already paying as much as $200-$300 a week for drugs like tirzepatide through some of the providers that you can find out there. And
Easy, not too much on tirzepatide, okay? Not too much, because I'm a tirzepatide groupie, okay? Not too much on the Zepbound. Like slow down, relax, chill out.
so you can already see that once these drugs are approved by the FDA and you get them through that official source, you're paying upwards of 10 times more than what you would pay for if you were to get it through an unofficial source. Now, the phase 3 trials aren't expected to finish until.
But why do you say that so casually? Like, yeah, to get it officially, it's gonna cost more. They're just taking advantage of people. I agree they are, but you're taking advantage of the system too. So doctor explains retatrutide. A doctor. Okay, so I would say that last guy on the spectrum of stupid to what the fuck. I'm thinking he's leaning more towards stupid, like what the fuck. 'Cause I don't think he's stupid. I think he is like missing a screw. Not even missing a screw. I just think he's like a little bit of an airhead. Okay. Retta nearly hospitalized me. This better not be clickbait. This better not be clickbait. Give me some horror stories. Not that I'm wishing bad on people, but I'm just curious. I want to know. I'm nosy.
Did retatrutide nearly put me in the emergency room? Well, I'm here to tell you what happened to me last week. And along the way, I've learned some things. I'm going to share that too. So stick around.
Listen, no, that's clickbait because you asked the question instead of making a statement in the beginning. Sorry. Okay. So I'm seeing a lot of gym bros. Seeing a lot of gym bros. Blah, blah, blah. I always think it's so funny when I'm scrolling down YouTube and one of my own videos is in my algorithm. So I'm just scrolling. All I see is a fucking some glutes in a short on my screen. Like, what the fuck? That's me. Whatever. It's the last short I updated. Check it out when we get out of here. All right. So let's see.
Good morning, everyone. I wanted to come on here and do a quick 5-week update on retatrutide. So just a recap.
Does she look obese?
For almost a year and 4 months, and I was in maintenance since last August. As I was decreasing my dose to stop losing weight, I started to lose the other benefits of tirzepatide, like the reduced sugar cravings, reduced alcohol
What is it with people being in maintenance on tirzepatide and switching to Reta? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Because, like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I'm interested. It sounds like a wonderful medication. I'm interested. I really would like to try it if I could get my hands on it the right way. But like, what is it with this? I was in maintenance on tirzepatide and I just wasn't getting enough of this and enough of that, and I decided to switch. Do y'all think that that's like? I mean, never mind the fact that it's great. Like, okay, we know that's terrible, but like, okay,
cravings and all of those things. So I decided to switch to retatrutide for my maintenance because, from what I understand, it helps heal your metabolism. It does,
red flag. Heal your metabolism is a red flag. Now I know what she means, but do she know what she means? Like, when you say heal your metabolism, what does that mean? Like that's like a catch-all term for, oh, it just makes you better, it just makes you healthier. And it's like, okay, but like, do you know what it actually does? Do you know what it's actually for? It heals your metabolism. What that doesn't even mean anything. Like, what does that even mean?
increase your metabolism and burn.
It heals your metabolism and increases your metabolism. We need to burn the word metabolism. We need to ban it. We need to ban the word metabolism because it's like a catch-all for like understanding physiology and weight loss.
Visceral fat, all the wonderful things that tirzepatide does in addition to that. So I started retatrutide, and on my first week, I did 0.5 milligrams. And I was really tired the first couple of days, but I haven't had that issue since. I've been struggling with some bloating and constipation over the last several weeks. My weight has been hovering between 136 and 138. I am 5'2". So if I lost a few pounds, I wasn't going to be upset, but I haven't. I weighed myself this morning and I was 137. I kept my dose last week at 2 milligrams. I'm doing it in
She
split
done got on my
dosing.
nerves.
So on Thursday I did 1.25, and on
She done pissed me off. She got on my nerves. I don't think she. No. Oh wow, there's another one on Dave's channel.
We've had a lot of guests on the pen over the last couple of years, and I can hardly think, not only in terms of your weight, but I think it's important to get into it a little bit later on. Is just
Or
how
True
much more
Tide
it's
12
done to your
milligram
overall health
mini
beyond just the
loss.
weight, and so to lose that, even for
I'm gonna have to watch that one later. Anyway, shout out to Dave on the pen. I think y'all should check out his last interview regarding this. Now, I will say I appreciate Dave for being willing to put it out there because I'm not willing to do the research. I'm really not. You know, like, I'm really not willing to do it, and he's into it, he's interested in it, he's curious. So I applaud him for being willing to look at the information, look at the studies, but also talk to people that are, because he admitted on the interview, he's like, I have not dove into the gray market, I don't really know much about it. So he like me, he said he just really does not have an understanding, but he finds it fascinating. I'm fascinated too. Like, I think Reta, when it does, launch, I think it's gonna be absolutely wonderful. Hopefully, I'm hoping it'll be wonderful. And just honestly, out of curiosity, what? So what? Don't judge me, y'all. I don't care. I don't care what y'all say. I do want to try it. I'm curious. I want to know. I do want to know. Okay. Now, if I make it to 120 pounds, I might not get that opportunity. That just don't seem safe. That dare just don't seem safe. Okay. But yeah, I would like to try it. Why would you switch to a med that is supposed to be stronger if you're in maintenance? Doesn't make sense to me. This is the second person that I've heard say, you know what? I'm just gonna show it. 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 Just gonna show it. I'm just gonna show it. I'm gonna show the video that was sent to me. I was gonna leave it alone. I was gonna leave it alone. Honestly, I was gonna leave it alone. I was just like, forget it. Like, I don't have nothing nice to say, so I'm just not gonna say anything. But since we're here, let me just show you guys. Let me just show y'all. I'm just gonna, if I can still find it in my email. Let's see. Okay.
We have a lot to discuss.
And if you're familiar, oh God, I gotta give disclaimers now. Okay, I'm just gonna do it this time because I feel nice. I mean, because I feel like being nice. If you are familiar with this content creator and you like their channel, and you're a supporter, okay, great. Thank you for supporting me too. Because if you're watching this, then you support me too. It's no hate, it's no anger, it's no nothing. I'm just gonna react to a little bit of what she had to say about why she switched from Reta. So her title is switched from Terzepatide to Retatrutide. Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna leave a disclaimer right here. And go with Terzepatide. I never tried semaglutide. I lost.
I want to get to the point where she talks about essentially being bored in maintenance. I'm not sure if she used the word bored, but that was the impression I got.
That being said, I went through holidays. I some weight that time. For it was my lowest. And again, I had NG, which is the dose for the compound. And at first of this year, I mean, I had to do a very low dose. So I only did 15 units because it's the triple, it's steady, it's consistent, the weight lost a lot of hair, but that's it.
Hair loss.
It was in the beginning very difficult for me to eat because the appetite eating
Mhm.
glucagon, potential of the weight, and I was gonna lose fat without burning the muscle that I used when I started to use the peptide of research grade Reta for this. This is my fifth dose today. I did not have a lot of appetite suppression. I ate a lot.
Why do people keep saying that? I feel like no. Okay, the guy said he did have appetite suppression, but I feel like all the women are saying they didn't have appetite suppression. Here, this is her.
Today I can say I gained 4 pounds and I am up. I am only doing a very low dose of Reta.
She switched to Reta and now she's gained weight. Whatever that means. Like what? Okay, how that happens, I don't know. Hold on, sorry. Let me go back to it.
I ate a lot, and today I can say I gained 4 pounds, and I am up. I am only doing a very low dose of Reta. I am 127.4, which is still within my range of the weight that I want to maintain under.
So listen to this. I know this is going to come off judgmental. Y'all are just going to have to forgive me. I'm going to admit that I am judging. Okay. I am. I am judging, but it's not personal. It's just, I don't understand. She is 127 pounds. This is after gaining 4 pounds. So she was 126, 125, 43. She was 123. She was 123 pounds when she switched to Reta, gained 4 pounds, and she's still within a normal weight range. Like, so she started it in a normal weight range. Let's continue.
130. Don't want to go below that. I don't want to go before more than that. I prefer to say 125. But the difference, it has been the at rest, the metabolic rate. You burn more by it. Enhance the fat burning. That effect. It's enhanced. So that I can tell. I can talk about what worked for me. I'm not saying that's going to work the same for you, but the metabolic, it's more with this one. I can control a little bit of what I want to eat, how I want to eat. I just eat less. I eat more to be stable and has long term because I am to do maintenance. I am currently in the maintenance phase. Okay,
so here. I think this is the part. Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a couple seconds. Okay. All right. Like the stream. It is free. Please hit the like and share it. And if you want to buy me a coffee, you can cash at me at a little vein. Hashtag a little vein because we're a little vein over here. Okay, buy me coffee. Support my bad habits, people.
Terzepatide really works, which is what I recommend to lose weight, and I recommend Terzepatide to do maintenance. I am currently in the maintenance phase, and I'm not sure if you follow me or not, but in the beginning I struggle to enter that phase of, oh my goodness, am I gonna live the rest of my life with this weight? Am I gonna gain the weight? That fear in the back of my head. So Retatrutide is just newer. It is a little bit more aggressive, I can tell, because I can talk about how I feel, and that is what I switched. I was a little plateau. I was not losing any more weight, but I felt like I was gaining. So when I started Retatrutide 5 weeks ago, after I did my homework, which is
she felt like she was gaining, but she didn't actually weigh in to see if she was gaining. Okay.
What I recommend to you: do a blood panel, talk to your doctor, and you cannot find it in any compound medicine. But soon after it's approved by the FDA, it will be available, and that's all I'm gonna market is like, yeah, right now research grade is available and it is not illegal to buy research grade. For me, in the beginning, I felt like I was gassing, super gap energy. Like my Max Everins, well, I work with since for me, but I'm not a fan of lifting weights, and ever since I included, I have included ever since that two more peptides because of the own research that I'm doing. And
Oh, she's stacking. I forgot about that too. Okay, let me go back a little bit. Hold on. I was trying to skip because I thought that was the part where she mentioned just kind of feeling bored with her maintenance, but let's go back a little
in
bit.
the middle of this, I am going to leave I included. I have included apps, or it's been easy to reach my goal. I have more energy. I am sleeping a lot better. That is one of the peptides that I included. I have included apps ever since that two more peptides because of the own research that I'm doing. And at the end or in the middle of this, I am going to leave a peptide protocol. There's a book on Amazon. There's a lot of website. There's a peptide calculator because this retrograde you have to reconstitute. I'm going to leave a picture here of how it comes, and you can see that you have to mix it. You have to do it on your own, and it's so boring, so repetitive.
Oh, yes. Now we're here. Okay, let me go back a little bit. Now we're here. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
I think anybody can do it. So for me, I think it was maintenance rate was getting so boring, so repetitive, so hard. I think people that are going to maintenance phase, maybe that would not be the case. And when I said people that I want to welcome them to the maintenance phase, I'm not that excited because it becomes tedious. You don't see anything excited. I don't know about people see the results. People might give you a compliment. People might say, "Oh, you look good," blah, but they don't know how hard how hard you work to eat better, to do your protein goals, to make your water, to people have no idea. They give you a compliment, they have no idea that it's not about a shot and then it'll gonna go magically and it's gonna be there. No, we work hard for what we have, for what we know to get to our goal. It was difficult for me because I had never been morbidly obese and I don't have any chronic illness disease. And a lot of people have diabetes or people who are morbidly obese. They have a story to tell. And me with you, I'm a middle child. I'm not the oldest. I'm not the youngest.
Don't know where that's going. Like I said, she said maintenance was boring. She said it was tedious. She said she had a fear in the back of her mind of regaining weight, even though she was never obese. So she switched to Reta. Gray market at that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a bit of a maverick. I would be less judgmental if people wanted to experiment, although they're not overweight or obese and they're looking for some sort of some if they're looking for the other effects other than weight loss from Reta, like if they could get on a dose that was low enough that they didn't lose weight and they were still able to eat, but they wanted Reta for some of the other effects, especially that glucagon. Honestly, I wouldn't even judge people for trying that if they were getting it from Eli Lilly. But you're risking it all. You're risking it all on some gray because you were bored. I really try to like not react to other content creators' content with such like visceral judgment. But I am judging. I miss losing weight also. Now, I'm not judging her for that feeling. I'm judging her for what she's choosing to do about it. No risk it, no biscuit. She risking it for a biscuit for real. But like, I'm not judging her for feeling lost. We've talked about that, like that what do I do now moment. I'm nervous about that. I'm nervous about not like having, weight loss goals and objectives to meet. I am nervous about that. But what keeps me solid is that I know I take weight training very seriously. So I'll always have something to look forward to. I'll always have some more gains to look forward to. Um, and I'm into body contouring and all of that. And I might do some cosmetic stuff later down the line. I still want to get a reduction. So there's so many more things that I want to do that I'm pretty sure that uh once the actual losing of the weight is done, maybe I won't have such a hard time transitioning my focus into something else. But if you don't have anything else you're ready to focus on, then that can be definitely difficult. So I understand what she's saying. But her justification to switching to a gray market peptide, the risk associated with that, you're risking that out of boredom. You're risking that out of boredom. I would call this silly. This is silly minded. Would I call Ben silly minded for risking it, like feeling like I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't? But potentially I'm not damned if I do it this way, but I know I'm damned now, so I got to do something, and I know this could be bad, and I know it could really turn out not well, or it could really turn out really well. Like, I don't even think he's dumb for like weighing his risk at 400 and something pounds and needing a knee surgery, but you're too big to get the knee surgery. Like, I don't consider that silly. I consider it risky, but I understand it. This
Oh, I struggle my whole, and I'm gonna keep it clear. And
you could, and I don't want to be insensitive. Like, I really don't. I promise this is not out of like anger or hatred or anything. Like, it's no problem for real. But like, you can tell she's struggling to justify it the way she like is about to segue into her upbringing. I mean, I've done it, but like the context behind it is like trying to justify. You'll see. Listen, just listen.
honest with you guys, I'm gonna always being had with that middle child syndrome. And I don't know if you know what I mean. You're never old enough. You're never young enough. You're never. And my island, I'm not too brown enough for my people. Or
Now, mind you, remember the context. She just finished talking about maintenance being boring and tedious. How did we get here? We all go on tangents. Let's see where she's going.
dark my skin, or I'm not too white for other people. It was simply I was never done enough. That book, that Oprah, I bought the book and I've been reading. It's it's like you're never enough. People really don't know our struggle, how we struggle. So it's just my kids. I love my kids, and I gotta my kids. My daughter soon, and I were gonna do an interview because she's the one that introduced me to this wild west world of the peptide. She is the one in 2024 that introduced me to this. They have a profile on HBO for of Wonder Woman. That's how they see me, and they have no people.
What? Okay, never mind. I thought she was going to explain that segue about her being the middle child and the color of her skin. I thought she was going to explain that.
Don't know the struggle, especially myself, and if I can accomplish so many things, not physically, but mentally, spiritually, and a lot of people didn't want me to start the GOP process. Like a lot of people, I'm not the way I was not working out the way it was supposed to, and I regret that. Now I'm building. Now I have the energy. Now I'm burning all the
Okay, let me read some of these comments. Cool. I switched from Reta. I'm not going to read any of the names. One, because they're in gray. I could barely see them, but it's really not important. Cool. I switched from Reta to Turs 6 weeks ago. Was on Turs for 18 months and lost 135 pounds. I plateaued for 4 months. Started Reta at 1 milligram and have titrated up 1 milligram per week. I finally, quote unquote, feel it. Yeah. People are just showing her support. Looking forward to Eli Lilly's launch. Your video is great. I am a Reta user, 1.5 milligram every day. Order complete. Phentermine is FDA approved for weight loss, just to let you know. Insulin is approved now. Retatrutide is not. Yeah, she did try to correlate Reta with insulin. How did you switch? Retatrutide is not available. Well, we know she used. Yeah, she tells them it's research grade. Yeah, I mean, yeah. See, situations like that. I mean, everybody's entitled to do what they want, but it's situations like that that just make me shake my head in confusion. Like, I just don't understand. Like I said, if it was already out through Eli Lilly and people wanted to experiment their brains away and they could get prescriptions for it, by all means go for it. Okay, like, what the hell ever. If you want to lose weight till you're 108 pounds, that's your fucking prerogative. Or if you want the other biological effects of it and you're able to maintain your weight, then whatever, that's fine. But like, oh my god, like, you have so much to lose. You have so much to lose. Like, it's not like you're in danger and you absolutely have to get 100 pounds off like now, like in 6 months. No, that's not her situation. She has 123 pounds. What I want to know is now, geez, you may know the answer to this. I don't know, or Jen. One of y'all may know the answer to this. Is is Eli Lilly marketing Reta solely as an obesity treatment? Because if they're not, then there you go with your door being open for other users. I don't know what they're marketing it as. I know Zepbound is marketed as a weight loss treatment. I know Manjaro is marketed as a type 2 diabetes treatment. Um, she may never be satisfied with herself. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Um, yeah, Chen going through the kind of what now phase. Hopefully it's just a phase. How long have you been in maintenance, Chen? Has it been a year yet? Good, because hopefully that what now feeling passes, honestly. I'm hoping it passes. I'm hoping it passes. All right. Yeah, I'm about to go be nosy. I got to segue real quick because I saw this stream of me and Dave pop up. I'm about to go be nosy in his comments real quick. I know I just segued from Reta, but uh, yeah, I want to know if Reta is only being marketed as an obesity treatment, because if it's not, then that opens the door for other users. Um. Uh. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, Mr. Christopher from the Downsize is on 15 milligrams per time. He's doing fine, so I guess it hits everybody differently. Most people enjoyed it. Yeah, a year is fair. Okay. Moving from 7.5 to 10 is a huge difference. Journey of life. Can't find her channel. May start to titrate down to find my sweet spot. I'm just being nosy in the comments. I wanted to see if sorry y'all. Vanity. Yo, I need my moderators to like be moderating. I need y'all to go to I need y'all to go to Dave's channel and drop my channel name in the comments. People are like, what's her channel? What's her channel? Oh my God. I'm dead. What's her channel? What's her channel? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me ask y'all something. I'm nosy, okay? I'm looking for it's for weight loss only. Okay. So somebody says it's fine, but she's clearly typing and doing other things like completely disengaged. Did y'all get a disengaged vibe? And y'all can tell me the truth. Did y'all feel like I was disengaged during the live stream? Because I do think there's a different experience between interacting during the live and then watching the playback, because I did watch the playback and noticed that I was like typing, but I was responding in the chat. Like, I'm responding to people in the chat. People are asking my channel name, so I'm trying to drop it. People are asking for the future link, so I'm trying to drop it. I'm setting up polls and all of that. So I can't help it. I'm gonna respond. I can't help it. I cannot help it. I can't be saved. I can't be helped. Sorry, y'all. I'm busy talking shit over here. Hold, please. Like I got y'all on the phone. Um, yeah. Okay. Don't let shopping take over. Shit, that's a little too late for me. I started shopping late for my birthday trip. I was this close to setting up a stream so y'all can help me do some online shopping for my birthday trip. But I really don't need y'all judging me about my fast fashion sense, okay? No, not disengaged. I can hear you typing and knew you were setting up polls. Yeah, any whatever. That's what I'm saying. Like if you're live, then you know, especially if you're watching from my channel. I did not account for the fact that people were watching from Day's channel and weren't seeing the polls pop up. And I didn't account for like, people watching the playback, perspective. But it's like people just be looking for something to complain about. It's fine, but did you? To me, it's like, okay, if I look like I'm busy, or if I look like I'm busy, but you see me and hear me actively responding and engaging with what the person that I'm talking to is saying, how am I not engaged? How am I not engaged if I'm asking relevant questions? I'm responding to people in the chat. I'm putting comments on the screen. Let's see. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. I hate people. I'm sorry. Like this is why yeah, that I like see oh god. I guess it could be worse. The comments could be worse. But it's like if you want to critique something that's legitimate, But whatever. Most of it, I'm not gonna fuss because most of the comments were very nice. I bought some cute stuff from Fashion Over. I also bought two dresses from what? From who? I don't know the last one. But okay, so Jen, that's like one person that's not gonna judge me on Fashion Over. Hi Holly, how you doing, Holly? Don't be mad at me, Holly. I left my shaker bottle at Tommy's house, but it is safe. But thank Positivity and Kim because I'm like, I get that I looked distracted, but if you're actually listening to the stream, I am fully engaged. So it's like, ugh, shut up. Um, yeah. Okay. So let me wrap up the not anhedonia, the Reta topic. Okay. So I did think that the interview, I still think that the interview with Ben was good. I still think that Ben was sincere and did what he thought was best for him. And for that, I have no judgments. But there are other people in that realm of the gray market and the nature, the underground nature of the gray market itself that brings a lot of skepticism. So my skepticism remains. Nobody has convinced me otherwise as of yet, and that's why I wanted to explore this to see if I was prejudging and maybe missing something out of ignorance and stuff like that. So good luck to Ben on his journey, and as for everybody else, if you're not obese, don't risk it. I wouldn't risk it. Like if your life is not in danger, I wouldn't risk it. Okay, because you could be putting your life in danger. Um, Holding all summer dresses. See, I'm not Jen. I'm trying to be like, oh, congratulations, Holly, 100 pounds down. Woo woo. I got 20 more pounds, and I'm right behind you, Holly. Uh, See, I haven't approached hoeing all summer. Not yet. You want to see what I've been picking out, Jen? I got this cute jacket that just arrived today too from Shein, and I put it in the closet. Let me show y'all. Okay, sorry guys for the gentlemen that might be watching and don't give a fuck what I'm talking about. Okay, make sure you like the stream before you ditch me because I'm talking about clothes and shit. Um, I'm single. You mind your business. Okay. There's a reason why I'm saying okay like that, and it has nothing to do with you. Just okay. It's more of a me thing. All right. So look. Like I was totally going to what do you want to call it? Do a nonsense stream where y'all could help me pick my clothes because I'm going to Europe for my birthday in 3 weeks. And one, I started shopping late, so I'm behind the eight ball. But like I was trying to not bust out the whole and all summer stuff yet. Like I have not started my hot girl summer shopping, okay? Tommy gonna be like, How was that stream of yours? Okay, so let's see. I was trying to be an adult with my dress, okay, like with my dressing, because I am. How do you call it? I am learning how to shop again. I'm learning. I'm learning how to shop again. Y'all remember that romper that I wore on the stream or the jumpsuit? Remember this one I wore? I got that from Fashion Nova. Let's see. Let's see if I could show y'all. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to be an adult, guys, but cute, very cutesy. I'm trying. I'm trying. What do you think about this? It would be so much easier if I was on my computer so I could just share my screen, but it's too late. We're already here. We're already here. Geez, I have not been caught up on your journey. How is, oh shit, he probably left. I was gonna ask how his wife's weight loss is coming along. Okay. See you Sunday, G's. Uh if I'm not busy having a fucking meltdown over the fact that I waited till the last minute to go shopping. I like the stream before my exit. Geez, how's your if you can still hear me, how's your wife's weight loss journey going before you go? Okay, so this one is cute. This one. It's not too short, right? It's not too short. And if y'all want to see what it looks like on a plus size model, which apparently there's some discourse about what even qualifies as plus size now. Oh my god, y'all. I was binge watching what is the lady's name that does the doll skits on YouTube, and she talks about, you know, people doing dumb shit on TikTok, like the fat acceptance people and the weight loss stuff and the test holiday. She black. What's her name? What's her name? Her. What is her name? But anyway, this is what it looks like on a lipo tummy plus size woman. Fashion Nova's tricky with the shopping. Okay, it's very, very, very tricky. All right. Uh, Stretch cargo. I think I got these. I think I got these cargos too. What do y'all think? I didn't get the little blouse and sweater, the little crop sweater. I didn't get that, but I got the cargos. I like pockets, y'all. I'm a fan of pockets, man. I am. I'm a fan of pockets. But they're quite modest in, you know, Western Europe, I would say, because I'm not trying to give y'all the country yet. I slipped up and said it once. I don't know if y'all caught it. Michelle McDowell, yes. Her. I was binge watching her, and oh my god, like the fucking discourse regarding like what qualifies as plus size, and apparently 2X is not plus size. I don't believe nothing these people say. I don't believe nothing these people say. What do y'all think about this one? What do you think? See, the other problem that I'm having is it's low key only going to be like 60 degrees. So chilly by night, maybe a little touch of warm by day if you're nasty. She lost 35 pounds. Wonderful. Okay. Good for her. It must be nice to be on a GLP-1 with your partner. Man, I wish. I wish. Now the thing about Fashion Nova, the models be having it going on, so it don't always look, it don't always look the way you think it's gonna look. And here's a plus size example, because you never know who's watching, right? Somebody might be interested. Here's a plus size example, okay, in case you don't want to show the belly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Like that. Okay. So we're doing good so far. So all of these are from Fashion Nova. Okay, so we're doing good so far. Okay. Um, I got this one for like a dinner or a night out. I haven't decided if it's gonna be like for a dinner or for like an actual outing. It might be a little too dressy for like a club or a I'm too old to be talking about some club, but listen, this is my only trip of the year, like my only international trip. I'm about to make it count for something. This one. Is this more like dinner? Yo, she has no waist. This is straight like BBL lipo. I'm not judging her. She looks great. I'm not judging her. But like, goddamn. Okay. This is more like dinner, right? Why are people trying to make obesity a competition? 2X is overweight. 2XL is overweight. Um, you know what I think it is? I think it's that's an interesting way to put that, Shonda. Because what I was about to say is, you know what I think it is? I think it's maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I was gonna say maybe it's a way to like make those entry level sizes of oversized seem smaller. Or y'all know how the classism goes, the weight classism goes in fat acceptance. Like if you're below a certain size, you don't count truly as one of the bigger girls or the fat girls or whatever. If you're a small fat, um, to me, saying that like 1X, 2X is not plus is crazy. I get saying extra large is not plus. Okay, I get that. Small, medium, large, extra large, you can argue whether that's plus or not. But once you get into the 1X, 2X, 3X, how is a 2X not uh plus? And this all stemmed from another person walking into Old Navy looking for their size, which is like a 4X or something like that, 4 or 5X, and they're like, "Oh my god, you don't have any plus sizes? You don't have any plus sizes? Oh my gosh, I thought you guys were trying to be inclusive." Blaming the freaking employees and whatever. Sent you a pic. Okay. Okay, so what do we think about this one? Too dressy? Too much? Too much? I don't think I have the boobs for that, to be quite honest with you. I really don't. Like, too much. She has no waist. Hold on. I kind of like the Why are their butts sitting so high? I need to stop judging people. Somebody gonna start judging me, and I ain't gonna like it. Okay. Um. Oh, this is cute. This is so Jen. But Jen, you have the body type for this. I don't. I can't put no hips in this dress. Let me show y'all what Jen showed me. This is beautiful. This is gorgeous. First of all, I don't have the back for that. I avoided all backless dresses. I still got back rolls, y'all. Now I'm just now sliding into wearing sports bras with no shirts earlier than I anticipated. But backless, not going down. This is gorgeous. This is Gorgiana. Beautiful. That ain't me. I ain't got the body for that. That is all Jen. That is all Jen. I don't have the body for this. I can't put an ounce of these thighs into this, but this is beautiful. And if you've seen Jen, you know she would kill this, especially with the short haircut. Yes, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Jen, you didn't send the link to the website. Do all the dresses look like that? Do they all look like that? For your body type? Let me see. I'm missing something. I wanted this, but I didn't get it. What do you guys think? Because I might have to place another order. What do you guys think? Oh God, is that hoe and all summer vibes? Oh my gosh, that's why I didn't buy it. I ain't trying to give hoe and all summer vibes. Not yet. Um. Okay. All right. See you, G's. Have a good night. Thank you for joining and thank you for participating in the Trap House conversation. I'm gonna start naming these Reddit conversations Trap House Talk. That's Rat and Boa. Rat and Boa. Rat and Boa. I doubt they would have anything that would fit me. I was using Chat GPT to try to find stores in the country that I'm going to in advance that would potentially fit me. Because Europeans, um, they tend to be on the slender side, even though they got an obesity crisis too. So I don't know, like, oh, this is so nice, but I cannot wear this. Like this is so cute. Look at this butterfly dress. Oh my god. That is so cute. That is cute. Um, Let me tell you something. So stuff like this is something that I could pull off at like a heavier size. So I'm still trying to like my mind still leans me towards stuff of like, okay, get something that's gonna like cover the fupa, cover the top, like something that's not gonna be form fitting, not something that's not gonna be bodycon because I'm not used to like getting stuff that is form fitting. But I didn't get this one. I wanted it, but I didn't get it. I didn't want to have to fight with it. Um and I also wanted this one, but I didn't get it. And this is honestly, this right here is not my style, but I thought it was so cute. I'm actually trying to like relearn what my style is. I kept saying my style like I know what my style is. Like I don't know what my style is. Uh let's see. I think that was everything that I got from Fashion Nova, and then the rest is from Sheen. I'm a fast fashion kind of girl. Like I really need to invest in more quality pieces, but I don't know where to shop. Oh no, I don't have the boobs for this. This is cute. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I don't have the boobs for that. Oh my god, that is fire. 325. That's cute. You know what else I don't wear? I don't typically wear dresses that go down to my ankles. Hmm. Jen, where all these girls look tall. Oh my god, all these women look tall. Where are the shorties on this website? Dresses, maxi, midi, mini. Let's go to mini. No, sorry, midi. Oh, they only have one. So they're more of a maxi dress kind of store, I guess. Mini. We're gonna have to do this when I'm on my computer too, so that I could have easier access to show y'all what I'm looking at. Try, what does that say? Can't see. Zara. I've never been to Zara, never been to the website. This is cute. Oh my god. Oh. I've been to the okay, you sent me this website before, Jen, and I because I recall this particular dress that I'm looking at. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I don't think I have the body shape for these dresses. Let me see what's going on with Zara. Let me see. Do you guys, ladies in the chat, do you, like where do y'all like to shop? Whether it's pre or post weight loss, like where do you like to shop? Guys, I don't know how to shop. I don't know where to shop. All I know is fast fashion, and I'm kind of getting tired of it. I'm kind of getting okay. I'm not really getting tired of it, but I know I need to invest in better pieces, better quality pieces. Um, Bestsellers, trench coats, blazers, dresses. Let's go. See, I really need to get out of the dress section because it's gonna kind of be chilly. I think a little bit of chilly. Let me see. Zara, Zara, Zara. Better. Okay, this kind of plain, but I oddly like this. I oddly like that. Let me see. They have things that fit like more loosely away from the body, and that tends to be what I like. Let me show y'all a couple more things before I get out of here. I wasn't going to show y'all the other stuff, but now I feel the need to show you the bodysuits that I picked. Oh my god! Oh my god! Now I realize I should have done the stream where y'all helped me pick some stuff. I just didn't want to. I don't want to be judged. Like, oh my god, her clothes are so cheap. I don't want to be judged, guys. Okay, I don't want to be judged. Um, and I'm showing y'all all the stuff. Y'all supposed to wait until I put it on to see it. What do you think about this? The trick with this is whether or not that top part will make it like will survive the male, because it's probably gonna be all bunched up. It's probably not gonna be all nice looking like that. And then the down to the ankle skirt, or is this a one piece? Oh, it's a dress. Okay, okay. The down to the ankle situation. I don't really know if I could pull that off. You know, I feel like I still got my butt still really doesn't have a nice shape, and I still feel like lumpy and bumpy in some areas. I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. And then like this. They actually have this one in different colors. I thought there was a pink one, but I guess there's not. But yeah, like that. Don't know if I could pull that off, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna show y'all one more. And if I end up having to do a second order, then I will do a stream. Again, down to the ankles. I don't even know how to buy shoes for this. This is another one. I don't know. I know. I typically would do mini, but Jen, like I'm telling you, I was really trying not to give the whole vibes. Like I was really, really trying. And honestly, I don't even know. I'm pretty sure like I'm too short for a lot of this stuff. But I'm so curious. Like I'm so curious. I'm so curious. Okay. And also I was trying to get coverage because of the weather. Because it's gonna be chilly, I was trying to get coverage of my legs without having to wear jeans. So this was the best I could come up with. Some jumpsuits and a long dress, and a couple cardigans, couple, little jacket. I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. I can almost guarantee this one is gonna get sent back. Don't ask me how I know. I just knowed it. I just knowed it. This is gonna reveal the foop. I can just tell. It's gonna show all of the foop. It's gonna display all of the foop. How have I lost 80 pounds and there's still so much foop? Not trying to be funny, but do you have to buy petite for floor length items? Everything you pick is cute. Do you have to buy petite? You mean like lengthwise? Like, is that what you mean? Or you mean like, what are you talking about? Like, you mean like, what do you mean by petite? I don't know what you mean by that. Petite. I mean, I know what petite means, but I'm not sure what you mean. I don't know what you meant by your statement. Oh, because of your height. If it's available, yes, but typically no. Like this is so my cheat code is to wear wedges or stuff will drag on the floor. My cheat code is to wear wedges. I did pick a couple of kitten heels. I'm not a heel girl, okay? I like to be comfortable. I will choose, it's very rare that I will choose cute over comfort. I'm a New Yorker. Okay, I don't like to walk, but on vacation, I will walk. Like my ass will walk on vacation. So I'm more of like a sneaker, wedges, flats kind of girl, but I did get a couple of little kitten heels this time. Um, like for example, if they gave me the option to buy petite, then I would. However, I'll give you an example. Like this, the fact that you can still see her feet, I don't care what her height is. I'm not gonna have a problem with that. I'm not gonna have a problem with that. But the jumpsuits, and that long like yellow dress situation, if I had time, I could get those things hemmed, but I don't even have time. Like this is another one that won't be a problem. You know what? Y'all, I'm dumb. I said the down to the floor. You know what dress is to the ankle? The dress on my StreamYard avatar. The flowery one? That one is like this. Oh, sorry. This I'm not gonna have any problems with. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna have any problems with this one. Like this the sundress kind of tube dress situation. Like I don't have problem with those. But when it's a pant leg for some reason, when it's a pant leg or like a boot cut, it drags. Like it drags. 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 Uh let me see. I wanted to go back. This one I'm probably gonna have a problem with. Let me show y'all this. Like all the jumpsuits, right? The pantsuit thingies, jumpsuits. I'm likely going to have a problem with this one here. I can't even see her feet. I can't see her feet until she like sticks it out from under the dress, which indicates it's quite long. See that? See how you can't see her feet, can't even see her ankles? That's going to be a problem. But I bought it anyway because I was just curious. I was just curious if I was going to look. I was just curious. Um, but that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. So, but whatever. This stuff might not even come on time because I waited too late. I was procrastinating because I didn't want to. I wasn't looking forward to shopping. Um, what are the outfits for dinners? Uh, okay, so the only one I haven't shown y'all is the birthday dinner, but I have the black dress that I showed you. That's one. Um, most of these are just during the day outfits. That's actually a good point, Jen. I didn't think about that. Well, okay, so I have a couple of I have at least two. Well, I have one midi black dress with sleeves already. One sleeved midi black dress. Y'all saw that one when I went to dinner last December. I will wear it again. I don't give a shit. And then I have one that fits a lot shorter. So I have two black dresses and one on the way. I actually should get some color for dinner. I probably should. I didn't think about that. Did I order this? I didn't know I ordered this. This is not gonna fit. Why did I order this in a medium? This is not gonna fit. This is cute. Not for dinner, but like to lounge in or, go for a quick walk. That's cute, but I ordered that in a medium. That is not gonna fit. That's not gonna fit. Oh, guys, Cloakster just gave me a thumbs up. We love Cloakster. Hi. I'm saying hi, Kim. Good night, Kim, and thank you for your feedback. Okay, so dinner, 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 dinner. I'm dumb. I did not. Okay, let me tell you something. I wasn't thinking when I was picking stuff. I was just picking what I thought was cute. I wasn't really. My strategy of shopping is buy a bunch of shit and then worry about what's gonna get worn where later, other than my birthday, thing. So I didn't think about it. But you know what? I think if I like this one, if this actually ends up fitting well, that might not be too bad for dinner. That might not be bad. That might not be bad for dinner. Uh I'm not really good at putting outfits together. That's why I tend to lean toward dresses and two-piece outfits that already come together. So for example, um for example, I have this blouse with no idea what I'm gonna wear it with. I'll probably just do what she did and put some shorts under it. Okay. But I did not think about dinner. I really didn't. I didn't think about it. I didn't even think about like that's enough way shopping. Jen, I am on the spectrum, okay? You know, first of all, Jen, the only reason I even bust out a measuring tape is because I don't want to hear your mouth. Okay. Like I don't want to hear your mouth. I don't want to hear your mouth. So for about 90% of this, I looked at the sizing chart. I bust out the measuring tape. It wasn't like an exact match for match. Like my measurements weren't my hip to waist wasn't the same the way they calculated the hip to waist, but I got as close as I could and it tended to come out with me wearing a medium, which seems about right. But I don't know. I don't know. I gotta go back to the drawing board. I gotta go back to Fashion Nova because Sheen is gonna take too long for shipping. I'm gonna have to go back to Fashion Nova and pick. I'm gonna have to pick like two more dinner outfits. I'm gonna be there for 6 nights. This is not good. Ooh, this is not good. I'm on something. It's a particular spectrum that I'm on. I'm telling you. Uh, so yeah, I bust out the measuring tape because every time I'm like, let me just wing it. Let me just get a medium or a large. I hear you in the back of my mind, Jen, like, you didn't measure first? Who buys clothes without measuring? So that's what I hear. And I just decide just go back to the just find the measuring tape. Just find it. Just find it. You don't want to have to hear Jennifer's mouth, okay? In your nightmares. Just go back and get the measuring tape and measure your waist real quick. Just measure your waist and your hips real quick. It's gonna take like 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. It's gonna take like 30 seconds. Just do it. Wide ultra platform. Okay, so the Fashion Nova. Hmm. The the Fashion Nova part two, I can do a stream for because yeah, I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking. What do you think about these shoes? Are these too gay? I know, Jen, I don't give I don't give a damn what Ashley has to say about a chunky heel or a platform. I don't care what she has to say. I don't care. Okay. So take Ashley out your head. What do you think? They look very Easter like. Where am I wearing those to? I don't know. I just be buying stuff and figuring it out later. I might send them back, honestly. They like I really might. I do that a lot too. I will order stuff. Like that's why I'm so careless with my ordering because I will order stuff and then whatever I don't like or whatever doesn't fit, I'll just send it back. That is why I'm extremely careless. I do have one more that too high and uncomfortable. You think so? I don't know. I gotta try them on. Um, you know what? I didn't think about that. The heel is kind of high, but I thought the fact that it was a chunkier heel might make up for some of that. And I don't mean to like walk around it. I mean to like go walk to my table and sit down or my cafe, like something. I have one more that I bought in the winter. Well, it's still winter, but I bought it like November, December, and I never got a chance to wear it. But it doesn't give Europe to me, so I may not wear it. This is giving like being a hoe all winter. This one. I like this one. And I never got to wear it. I never got to wear it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pack it or not. Seems like a waste because of the sleeves. It's officially too warm to wear it in South Carolina. It's too warm. It is. It's too warm to wear this here, and it doesn't give Europe. So I don't know if I'm gonna pack that and take it with me. But yeah, I gotta I gotta go back to the drawing board, man. I gotta go back. I gotta go back. I gotta go back and find like two more, if not dresses, at least like blouses and some sort of trousers for dinner. Um, Jen, what kind of shoes you wear to dinner? Since you judging, talking about too high. What you wear to dinner? What do you wear? What do you wear as far as shoes? Remember the lady with the yellow dress? I think she was wearing something like this. What do you think about that? The one with the long yellow dress. I think she was wearing something like this underneath because I could see the front of it. Um, and I broke another forbidden rule: a high heel or boot. Um, I was looking for a pair of boots. I didn't find any I wanted. And I have thigh high boots, but they're very uncomfortable. Like the heel is very uncomfortable. I broke another forbidden rule. Well, Joy, not Joy, sorry, Jen. I was just talking to my friend Joy. Let me know what you thought about the white shoes, but I broke another rule of Ashley's and I bought clear heels. I don't know if they're gonna fit. I don't know if I'm gonna like them. I did. I did. They're nude. They're clear strap. I did it. I did the thing. Those are cute. You don't want to be uncomfortable. So you think those would be comfortable or uncomfortable? I don't know anything about heels. I don't know. I don't know anything about heels. I'm a wedges, stability. Uh, I even got Converse. I got Converse to bring with me. Um, I got Converse and a couple of like other walking shoes. But I'm a heel. I'm a wedges kind of girl. So I don't know. I've never worn a kitten heel. I've never worn. Um, I wore a pair. I actually wore a chunky heel a few months ago. It was still uncomfortable though. It was like a strappy heel. Um, but I got me a clear hair. I'm not even gonna show it to you because I don't need to be judged right now. I don't need to be judged right now. I don't need to be judged. Okay. Um, what about I'm leaving on the 25th. I have to go to North Carolina the weekend before I leave to go get my hair done, go to the dentist, pick up my glasses. I have new frames. I got shades and some metas, so I gotta pick those up from the eye doctor. So I have to go to North Carolina. I gotta refill my prescriptions on the Wellbutrin, and I got a physical. I gotta see my doctor. The weekend before I leave, it is a festival weekend in North Carolina. So I leave in 2.5 weeks, which means I have time for one more Fashion Nova order if I place it this weekend. If I place it this weekend, it will be here by either the end of the week or early next week. I have time for one more Fashion Nova. Sheen, it's over with. It's not happening. And then Zara, I probably can go to Zara in the actual mall. I don't even know where the mall is here. I know where the outlet is, but whatever. Um, yeah. I could probably go to Zara in store. Um, did I order these? I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not really sure what I was thinking when I ordered these. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking. We'll have to come back to that one. I just be doing stuff. It's the same thing with I take shoes more seriously than I actually take the outfit because I struggle. I struggle with my shoes. I struggle real bad. Real bad. I struggle real bad. Oh, what about wait a minute. Wait a minute. What about that blue dress? Is that not dinner like? You know? Let me see. The blue dress I showed the first time. Is it too springy for dinner? Too light for dinner? Um Faye sleeveless mini. Hold on. Let me see. Mm, this is why this has to be a whole stream. And I don't know why none of y'all still watching. Well, the other 8. Attention. Everyone's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Oh my god. 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 Oh god. Where Fashion Nova is so stupid. Like when you go to your orders, on you can't click on like the actual images to pull the item up again. Like it's very, very weird. Uh okay, I can't pull it up. It's fine. All right. Hmm. Would that work? There we go. Okay, it's still in my cart. That's how. Okay, what about this one? Is this too like bright for dinner? Too bright for dinner? Too short for dinner? Is this giving more like brunch? What is this giving? Because it's getting worn somewhere if it fits. I was brave and got a medium, but I don't think their measurements are accurate for this. I don't think their measurements are accurate. What do you think? Too bright for dinner? Too short for dinner? More daytime vibe? And then this is the other black one that I showed y'all before with the no waist. I have that. That's kind of like a dinner-esque, a dinner vibe. I might have to when I place the next order, I'm probably gonna have to stick in the mini midi category. It's giving lunch, but it's okay. Okay, it's giving lunch. Okay. So yeah, not really dinner. Okay. All right. I thought so too. I wasn't planning on it for dinner, but now I'm just trying to wing it. I told you, like I just be doing stuff and then figuring out what goes with what later or what goes where later. Yeah. Let me just see like on the spot. So formal going out, date night, birthday, cocktail, maxi, midi, short, and mini. The black one is better. Okay. Uh See some of these, in the mini section, some of these look extremely casual. Like, and I try not to buy everything in black, but there's like a lot of black. There's a lot. There's a lot of black. There's a lot of black. There's a lot of black. All right. I know what to do now. I gotta we have to have a meeting. That's the plan. We what time is it? It's 12 o'clock. Okay, let me get out of here. That's the plan. Thank y'all for your guidance. But we're gonna have to have a meeting. I wasn't sure that it was a good idea, but it's clearly a good idea because I need help because I don't do stuff right in this type of situation. Okay, so I'm going to. Oh shit! I didn't schedule tomorrow's stream. Okay, thank y'all for joining me. I'm gonna get out of here. I have to schedule tomorrow evening stream, and I have to schedule us a shoot the shit stream for us to do some shopping. No, I'm not gonna go to a fancy dinner every night, so I can wear like a bottom I don't want to wear like shorts to a dinner, but I can wear like, some pants and a blouse with or with a nice, jacket or cardigan. I have a few different sweater and cardigan options. I don't pack light for trips. I bring all the options, not some of the options, all of the options. I bring 6, 7 different pairs of shoes. I bring I bring everything. Okay. I will travel with 3 suitcases if I have to. 2 is the minimum, but I will travel with 3 if I need to. I'm already considering it. 2 checked and 1 carry on. Like I will do it. I will do it. So I'm bringing everything with me. But no, I'm not going to a fancy dinner every night. But it's Europe. Okay. Uh, I don't know why I'm putting Europe on such a high pedestal. But when y'all find out what city I'm going to, then you will understand why I'm going to a very fashion forward city, and I don't know how to dress. Put it to you like that. I will let y'all know where I'm going the day that I leave for my trip. But I'm going to a very fashion forward city. Think like New York, but in Europe. So like the more elegant version of New York in Europe. Um, think France, but not France, right? So think Paris, but not Paris, right? Think like that. Paris, but not Paris. So that's why I'm like overthinking it because I don't want to I do want to blend. I want to keep my style, but I also want to like there's certain environments like I have to be a bit more modest uh because that's what the environment requires. Certain environments have a dress code. And just so other than those like particular instances, just being out and about, I want to give a little bit of a fashion forward vibe, just a little tiny bit, because I don't know how to dress. This is why most of my outfits either come as a 2 piece or it's a dress. If I gotta put the idea together, it ain't going down. It ain't going down. Like if I gotta match like the right pants with the right blouse and the right skirt, don't let me have to match a skirt. Oh my god, like that's why I don't wear skirts because I don't know how to wear them. I don't know how to pick blouses to go with skirts. Y'all should have seen the outfit that I picked in fucking what not American Eagle, the other one, Abercrombie and Fitch. I picked a pencil skirt and a long sleeve blouse with like that had the back out. I looked like an elementary school teacher. That's why I never wore it. That's why I never showed y'all that skirt. It's a cute skirt, but I don't know how to wear it. It's a pencil skirt or it's a mini skirt. I think I fucked up when I got a long sleeve blouse with a mini skirt. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a sense of fashion. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to dress either. I don't know these things. And you know what's so crazy about that, Shonda? Like, it is wild to have more options and still don't know what to do. Like, I was more confident about dressing at heavier sizes because I had to be more creative. Like, not creative, but I had to be more picky so that I pick things that fit my body. Now that I have more options, almost, I mean, not almost anything because I'm not there yet, but most things that I would like would look good. I still don't know what to do. Yeah, I still don't know what to do. I still don't know what to do. And then there's the breast issue, right? Like just not having the boobs for certain. This is cute. I'm sorry. I'm not a purple girl, but I think that is so cute. That is so brunchy. I'm not a purple girl. I don't think I would look good in purple. Uh but yeah, like I live in sweats. I love them though. I have a ton of sweats, but I'm trying to get out of them. Now, Shonda, don't make me come over there and snatch you by your handle because we are coming into the spring, girl. We got to get out the sweats coming into the spring and summer. Or at least make sure your sweats fit nicely and get you a nice fitting top. That's what I'll do. I'll wear the sweats, but I'll wear a nice crop top with it. I will wear a nice crop top with it. This is cute. Where am I getting like the love for all of these funky designs? I'm typically not into that kind of stuff. I think this is so cute. But I'm still picking like daytime, brunchy, lunchy. I've been bit by the spring bug. I don't really know what to do for dinner. So we're gonna have to turn this into a whole stream. And it's gonna be long. So don't have nothing to do. None of y'all. All right. So I'm gonna get out of here. We might have a dual stream tomorrow, or I may it's an emergency. I was about to say I may save the shopping stream for Sunday, but I can't really afford to. So I may not have no choice but to do it tomorrow, but I don't want to force myself to do it. So we're gonna have to like let's see how I feel. I don't want to commit to it. Let's make sure I get through my gym session first because I got a 70-mile round trip to go to the gym. Make sure I get that done first, and then we'll see if I can do my shopping trip because that's easily gonna take like 2-3 hours. Like no bullshit. I'm a 3 outfits in a day kind of girl on vacation. Are you staying with your 2 hour mark? You know what? This is an emergency. I'm gonna not plan for three, but I will allow 3 hours for this fashion emergency. For this 911 because I should have did what my first instinct was to not even do this without y'all. Like my first instinct was to not do this without help. But I didn't listen. And now look what I done did. The stuff that I picked is cute, but I didn't quite account for like what I'm actually gonna be doing because I'm silly. I'm goofy. Like I didn't think about that. So yeah, it's an emergency. So if we gotta go beyond 2 hours, we can. But for our normal stream, no, I'm keeping us on the 2 hour mark. We won't even have like we won't need to go over 2 hours for our regular stream. Hell, I might cut it to an hour if we're gonna be shopping. All right, so I'm gonna need store ideas as well. All right, so for the 15th time, let me get out of here. I'm tired. I'm gonna go get comfortable and finish watching Alex Cross. I love you all. Thank you, Shonda, and be nice. Okay. Shonda, behave yourself in the comments. Jen, I'm up late. I don't know if you're working, but if you do find some options, whether it's today or tomorrow, you can send them to me and I'll look. If y'all have any online store ideas where I can find um casual to semi-formal wear for short, wide people. I'm not wide, but short hippie people, like hip, like I got hip, short hippie people, then email it to me, all right? So I love you all. I'm gonna say good night and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.